Wow, 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 wow. Just kidding. Hi, Haley. Hi, Troa. So good to see you. Let me do the intro. Felicitations, my family of fledglings. That's you. Fledglings are the audience members, the you people. Hello to you, fledglings, but also ghosts. That's not you, probably. That's my legacy people. They're the people that made this brand happen. They funded all the stuff that you see around you. They made the shelving and the stuff on the shelves and the lights and the microphone and everything exist. And they're called ghosts. So I'll also say ghosts. It's so good to unsee you as well. Hi. We're playing Abduction tonight. And probably getting distracted a lot as well. Today was a long day. A very long day. Between the last stream, where I was already tired and stammering over some words here and there, and like, oh, I'm slurring a bit. Oh, I'm getting tired. Oh, my voice is starting to crack and break. Oh, can I make it through the stream? And then we made it through most of the stream. I think we saw 80%, 85%, 90% of the stream. And then I was like, oh, I'm too tired and I don't want to do another loop again. For those of you that know, you know. And then I was like, I'm going to get good sleep. I got less than 4 hours, more than 3. And then we had a really busy, hectic day in the city, in Atlanta. My goodness. And here I am streaming, albeit very late, more than an hour late to my own show. But I made it, and you did too. So thanks for being here. This is part of what is generating the household income to stream, to do content creation. This keeps the lights on, puts food in our bellies and clothes on our backs, or we will become nudists and get arrested for public indecency. I know it sounds cool, but it's not cool as soon as the police arrive. And they're like, no, you can go ahead and drop that towel and get dressed. And you're like, I don't want to drop the towel in front of you. That something like that happened once to me. Anyway, hi. It's a stream night, and here I am at your service. Professional disruptor, Damian Halme. Tros. Oh, good. I was hoping you'd be on before the bed makes me do the power nap things. Here I am. If you pass out in my preamble phase of my stream, I understand. I, too, am very tired, so I personally get it. I am beyond exhausted today. Yep. So we're doing a mini sleepers, but only for an hour or two. Oh, okay. Interesting. Wonder why. Oh, hell yeah. It's been the longest day. Yes. Today has been taxing. I did not think I would necessarily make it to stream. I was like, am I going to cancel and go to bed early? I was like, nah. If I cancel, that cuts out half of my stream days. It was one thing when I was streaming 4 days a week. I'd still feel guilty then. I was cutting out 25% of your streaming enjoyment if I had to call out on one day. But now I'm only streaming 2 days a week. And if I call out, that's 50% of your Damien quota or something. So I feel really bad. I try not to ever do it unless I'm really sick or really tired. Because I love you, because I want you in my life. I want more of this. I need what we're doing here regularly, at least twice a week. I need it. Yeah. Always the distractions. It's true. The Dadpole. Hi and welcome. Thank you for adding tentacles to the stream. Every stream is better with tentacles. I have to be very careful that I say tentacles on stream. We all love tentacles. Dropping.
Salem, these people look like they're worshiping you.
Oh my.
Who is this bitch on the horse? Hello? Ma'am, get away from my pussy. Oh, she maybe was just talking to that shopkeeper.
Here you are. You think you were doing something. Excuse? I need to police your activities here, ma'am. Welcome. How we doing? How's your weekend going? Yes. Hi, Rail. It's so good to see you all. This really makes my... This is why I don't cancel. I'm exhausted. My eyes are like half masked and I can't get them to open. Well, I'm also Finnish. Finnish people just have smaller eyes, I think. At least everybody I know is Finnish. We don't have bug-eyed people in our country. I'm Finnish American. You know, I'm not purebred, born and raised in Finland. But I think the smaller eyes, I think it has to do with the reflection of the sun on the snow, and so everything's brighter in Finland, like during the winter. And so it's like, the sunlight, I hate it, but also the sun bouncing off the snow, I hate that too. And so we go and hide in saunas. If you didn't know, the sauna is a Finnish invention, as is Nokia, the brand. Nokia sounds very distinctly Japanese, and I think there's probably some derivation there. Like, the people that created it is like, what's the most Japanese sounding name brand we can make up? But yeah, Nokia is definitely Finnish. Don't want to do too much to bork my sleep schedule, since I have one of those now. I'm sorry. Sleep schedules suck, and I know it's because of work. I wish everybody could have a job in which the productivity that you have, the labor that you have to commit in order to make the monies to live, to buy your food, your clothes, your roof over your head, that you could do it in your own time. I'm really tired today. That's okay. That's fine. I'm really proactive today. Great. Do a bunch. You know, it should, if only work followed more biology. Different people have different schedules and routines and rhythms, and over producers could do more and under producers could do less, and maybe that's okay. Well, that's just my own utopian thinking, I suppose. Yeah. Wait, Riel, why is your not? Why is your not? Oh, I'm stuck. That's why. My chat's not scrolling down. Let me try to fix that. I will always do a shouty. Absolutely. Plus, I love that my bot likes to shout out clips from very ancient days, which is super humiliating for some people. I think I would be that parent that would be like, hey, I want to show off this thing when you were 3 and super irrational and weird and dumb, because all your friends and your potential partners should know how silly you were when you were 3. And I like to do that to my fellow streamers. You know, if you had any chances of finding a hottie in the audience and connect with somebody else, be like, nope. Let me show everybody how embarrassing you are. I love sauna. Sauna life is great. Honestly, for those of you that don't know, I think a lot of people in the US think a sauna is a like hot, steamy room. First of all, they're like Turkish baths, I suppose. I think that's the right term, where you can be in a room and everybody's got like towels over their crotches and it's very steamy and smoky and you can't see anything, and you sit next to people and you talk. I think that's the Turkish way. This is just based on me consuming so much TV when I was a kid. But I have this idea of people with wearing white towels wrapped around themselves and talking to the person next to them. And you have these like deep, insightful conversations, but it's really hot and steamy and sweaty in there. And to me, that is Turkish. That is a Turkish cultural phenomenon. Whereas sauna is a lot of not that. First of all, sauna is nude. You don't go in covering your bits. Everybody's bits are just there. And I think there's an equalizing factor to that. Rich people don't necessarily have hotter bits, right? And for the most part, most people, at least most people in Finland, your bits are just bits. They're not really that attractive, especially when they're glistening and sweaty and smelly and you're all very hot and uncomfortable. You could be co-ed. You could be with people you don't want to see their bits and you see their bits. It's human, and it destigmatizes the idea of nudity. Whereas I think the puritanical societies that hide away those bits and bobs, and then when they're exposed, it's like, oh my God, I only see that once every so often. It changes the way that you interact with those body parts. If you see a million of those body parts a day, well, that's not how sauna works. But if you see body parts every day, exposed, skin exposed, getting sweaty, in a hot lodge with you and your bits are all exposed, it's different. I feel like it's, especially compared to like the internet, where you can hold all of your dignity and you can watch a video of somebody else who's losing theirs. In a sauna, nobody has dignity, privacy, or austerity, right? Everybody's just out there. And it doesn't matter, you know. For the most part, you recognize how little nudity and sexuality converge with each other for the vast majority of people. If you think about it, your attraction is probably a very splinter subsect of people out there. And so if you were to see the world naked, the vast majority of people, almost everybody on this planet, if you saw them without their clothes, you would not be interested in what you saw. You'd just be like, that's a naked person. Yep. See all their bits and bobs. They're disinteresting to me. They've probably got somebody who likes them, but I'm not that person. For almost, most of us don't love everybody, every single person out there in the world so much that nudity would be a big thing. And that's Finnish saunas. Everybody is nude. There's two more components to the Finnish sauna, and then I'll catch up with chat. Number two, you have to have these herbaceous swaths, these sticks with leaves, these bushy what's the word I'm looking for? There, you beat yourself with a stick with leaves. The Finnish word is vihta. So you take a vihta, a plant. It's got qualities that are supposed to be good, healthy for you, to smack yourself with the leaves. I can't explain it, but it seems to work. There's a certain sort of plant. You take a switch off the plant, a little stick with a bunch of sub sticks and leaves all over it, and you smack yourself with the leaves while you're in the sauna, and it brings you to life. It enlivens you. And the last part, and this is the part that I think a lot of cultures get wrong, because I've been to American saunas and they're missing this component. When you're popping out of the sauna because you've had enough heat and you need to reset yourself, you're going to have more sauna time, but you need a reset. How do you reset? And that's the thing I think other cultures besides Finland who have accepted and adopted the sauna forget. You don't just sit in a sweat lodge and hang out there until you can't stand it anymore. You reset yourself. At some point, it becomes uncomfortable. So you got to go out and you got to be able to dip in really cold water. Most saunas are built next to lakes, ponds, rivers, something where you can jump into really icy, frigid water, and then you pop back into the sauna for more. It's a quick reset. Yeah. And the other part that really differentiates from the Turkish baths, steam rooms that I've seen on TV, and again, I'm only basing this off of I used to be a TV addict, so I've never been to a Turkish bath or know what it's really like, or been in a big steam room where people have tried to chat me up. If you're in Finland, and this is true for Japanese, hello? No, you saved the game. You saved the game. I don't think this game saves, but we also haven't started yet. If you're in a sauna, a Finnish sauna with Finnish people in it, just like if you were in a Japanese onsen with Japanese people, onsen is like the hot springs in Japan. Don't fucking talk. Do not talk. Don't chat up strangers. If you're there with a friend or family member, you can quietly talk to them. Don't talk, especially in a sauna. Hi, Jam. We'll catch up a chat in just a sec. Yeah. Finns don't talk to people. Finns don't talk to their friends, except a little bit, or if you're drunk. Finns who are drunk talk a lot. I'm not saying that because I'm on stream and I'm talking a lot that I'm drunk, but I'm also Finnish American. I blame the American side, the fact that I was born in the U.S. to my gregarious nature, my what's the word? I talk a lot. It's not gregarious. That means generous of things, right? I'm very talkative for a Finnish person, or at least when I'm in a room completely by myself. There's nobody else in here, and I'm just talking to a microphone and a camera sitting behind my computer. Yeah. What's up, Nuka? But yeah, Finns, don't talk. Smack yourself with vihta, and you have to reset yourself. You got to go somewhere cold. Jump in a lake. Jump in a cold, frigid lake, and then go back to the sauna. So if you are thinking of steamy, hot rooms with lots of steam in the air that you can see, and you're chatting with your friend, and you're covered in towels, it's probably Turkish. Finns don't cover themselves. Finns don't have steam in their saunas. And Finns don't talk. Yeah. All right, let me turn off the background noise. Let's catch up with chat. I love sauna. All the ones here, though, are either co-ed. That's pretty normal for a sauna, to be honest. Or they require a bathing suit. That is kind of weird. I can't imagine wearing a bathing suit because where does the sweat go? It has to you've got to be able to, your skin has to be able to breathe. And most swimsuits don't really allow the sweat to just ooze out of your pores and for you to be free. And there's also sort of I think a psychological state that you get into when you're in a sauna. You're enduring something. You're enduring a certain amount of discomfort. And so saunas aren't for covering your bits and bobs because you're afraid that somebody's going to be staring at you funny. You're all focused on yourself. It's not necessarily oh, this is so comfy and I feel relaxed. It's a bit of a challenge, and it puts you in a mindset and it gets you introspective. And the silence and the oppressive nature of the heat of the room, it naturally gets you in a certain state where I don't think people are thinking about and staring at each other's bodies. So I think the bathing suit requirement's very it's Puritan society. It's these people that feel if I see flesh that I don't normally see every day, I will sin. I will just sin. That's not a Finnish thing. That's some other culture that's imprinting upon it. Yeah. There's some private ones, but they're real expensive. Private is as in you can book you and trusted people to join you and do a sauna together, but not have other randos. That may be kind of nice because I feel like, especially in the U.S., because I think I remember you're in the PNW. The U.S. just has some weirdos that probably don't really understand the cultural gravitas of proper sauna use. It's Saturday at least. Hopefully your weekend is going as planned. It's going as planned. We just planned a lot this weekend. We're doing so much. We went into the city today, and we went to like 3 different locations. We were dashing around, trying to see everything we could. The kiddos, the crotch goblins, are getting bigger. And so doing stuff for them the weekends that's more like enrichment and developing their interests and making them more well-rounded humans is in our best, use of their time. It's expensive and it's exhausting. And that was the MO this weekend. We've got more stuff planned for tomorrow, not in the city, but just like more socialization and high engagement weekend. And for me, a homebody who grew up addicted to TV and then broke that addiction, but then got addicted to MMOs, I'm such a homebody. I'm a big extrovert. Don't get me wrong. I do like to be out and connecting with people. But there's some exhaustion when it comes to doing all the logistics, the planning, and getting out and about and trying to drive 100 places and spend all the parking and like I'm very budgetarian. We're not in an income bracket, especially right now with new changes to employment, where we can just spend willy-nilly and just make the girls live a happy middle class or upper class life where we don't worry so much about money. We worry. Yeah. Self-flagellation. The Vichta is definitely a form of self-flagellation. It doesn't hurt, though. Smacking yourself with Vichta sticks feels, I would say it feels invigorating, honestly. It's not meant to hurt. You're not meant to be punishing yourself. You're meant to be enlivening your skin in a way. Yeah. Mr. Kai does nothing a lot. I love your name. How's it going? I love the Japanese onsen videos on YouTube. There are videos on YouTube of onsen? Wait, isn't it? Aren't you supposed to be in an onsen without wearing anything? Also, hello to other folks. A user ES, I don't know how to say your name. Razik, hi. Lily, hi. How's it going? As far as onsen go, I feel like it's a place just like the Finnish sauna where you wouldn't take video unless you could censor it later on, because these are places of not internet friendly locations. You just have overt non-censored nudity. I did go to an onsen. I was in Japan for a couple weeks. I traveled up and down a couple of the islands. I tried to avoid the mass tourist high density of foreigners areas and go off to places that were much more off the beaten path when I was there. But I would say the onsen that I went to, while I did carry like one little washcloth and I used it to cover like a fig leaf, the one other region I cared the most about, nobody else was really that concerned with that, and nobody else did that. So probably not good for YouTube footage of sort. Terve, I'm eating an Uncrustable. Oh, nice. Good for you. We're going to be playing some Abduction tonight. I'm going to take a quick bio break because I started stream without taking care of my personal needs. So I'm going to go do that. And then we're going to see if I can figure out where I got stuck in this game last stream. So BRB. Wait, can you talk to inanimate objects?
There is no reply. The palm trees whisper in the slight breeze.
Losing out on resources, like your people who are doing really well, or slowly like like dying off and leaving or getting, you know, ushered out. And that felt really panicky and bad for a game that didn't really like rely on that mechanic. But this one didn't feel like there was much room for failure. I mean, we failed a few times, but you always just retried right. 给你们1分钟，好吧？所以我觉得，所以那些地方有多多的亭子地方有门可以开。如果你开门，然后门后面有一个厅房间或者一个人道，我真的先不喜欢了。第一 driven 我真的不喜欢。然后他们在这个新的办法做通秘密的地方，你开一扇门，然后你再多一个地方你可以走，真的不喜欢，太无聊了。但是 or we had at my high school we had a lot of both IB AP classes, and kids were like pushed into those classes. So like whether they were really good at school or not, their parents made them. And for the kids that weren't that great, you know, sometimes they had to sit with private tutors to sort of like push them into those spots. And there was just like a lot of pressuring. Really. But no. Because Escher says no, I cannot go in.
Fucking love you, Damien. Legend.
Yeti, how's your Russian going?
Kirby just sneezed herself off of the stream, by the way.
Sneezed?
Yeah, I almost I would kind of love a clip. Can somebody clip that?
Yeah,
There's no audio, but the video was just like. You still can't see me. I can take him down non-lethal. What were you gonna call me? Excuse me? The what? I think he was gonna say ass maggot. That's uncalled for. In my Christian cyberpunk server? Okay, hi, we're back. Hi and welcome. It's so good to see you guys again. We are back in the game that we got stuck in. Abduction by the makers of Myst. Loquacious is the word I think you were looking for. When I was saying a G word, the word gregarious, which means to be extra generous and giving, the word I was thinking of was also a G word because that's how my brain works. I alphabetize and associate everything based on the first letter of the word. And in fact, I don't know if I've said this on my stream. I think we talked about this on Oz's stream, but you'd have to be watching both of us to know this. I have some synesthesia. Synesthesia is the notion that a person's brain can be cross-wired to have feelings that are not properly associated with a certain phenomenon. And for me, I'll explain what that means for those of you that don't know the word synesthesia. For me, I get that with letters of the alphabet and numbers as well. Just the digits 0 through 9, I suppose. It's the glyphs, I should say. So glyphs of writing, 0 through 9 and A through Z, all have a certain sensation to me. For me, they have a color associated, and that color is standard, ubiquitous, and helps me remember things. So anything with a C is always kind of a yellow color. And so if a word begins with C, it's always yellow. That's just how it is. The number 2, also a yellow hue. So things that begin with the letter C or have predominant letter or number 2, like they start with the number 2, even a big number like 20,000 something something is going to look more yellow to me. And the colors help me remember aspects of what I'm thinking of. Because the first letter seems to be the thing that grabs the synesthesia and that grabs my memory banks very well, I also categorize a lot of things in the very first letter. And I can mix up, if I'm having trouble with a word, my brain will try to pick up another word, but with the same starting letter. So the word I was looking for wasn't loquacious. It was, hey, fangirl, it was garrulous. That's why gregarious came in. I think it had the G and the us at the end. But garrulous is a word that means like overly chatty, right? If I'm not mistaken. Whereas gregarious is definitely not the word I was looking for. This is rather unfortunate, this idea of starting letters helping me determine things and collect things up in my brain bank. Because in some cases, a number of letters converge together as the first letter and the second letter and the third letter and the fourth letter, and that becomes very problematic. You might not think this happens very often in American culture, but here's where it does. There's a broad amount of American culture that happens to be Protestant of nature, and these Protestants tend to think in terms of Jesus and Christ and Christ-like things. And so anything involving Christ, including the name Jesus, Yeshua, Joshua, Josh, things with J's and O's or J's and E's are pretty common. But even more common, and this part's particularly crazy making for me because it makes it really hard for my brain to distinguish these people and keep them straight, is anybody whose name includes the glyphs for the word Christ, Christ, or Christ, which is roughly the same thing. It's just cheating and dropping a letter. So if you have Christ in your name, if your name is one of the following: Krista, Christy, Christine, Christina, Chris, Christopher. Am I missing anything else? That's basically the gap. The chances of me messing up your name or forgetting you or placing you in the wrong mental file or mixing your name up with somebody else, just messing up in general, is really high. The more letters in similarity that you have to somebody else, especially the starting letter and the second letter and then the third letter in that order, the worse it gets for me. And I hate that my brain works that way, but it certainly does. And so I apologize to all of my friends whose name includes Christ. I know it's not your fault. Your parents named you that before you could even consent. But it does make it very difficult for me to make decisions, to make better decisions on how to remember facts about you and your name. Always enjoyed being entertained and educated. Me too. Me too. I learned something new today. I learned 2 new things today that I'll share with you as soon as I catch up with chat. Heidi, wait, what color is G? G is definitely like a maroon. It's red, but it's not like solid red. It's definitely closer to the purple spectrum, but it's not a purple letter. Not at all. However, G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. Is that correct? A, B, C, D, E, F is 1 through 6. That's how we get hexadecimal. Hexadecimal uses A through F. Does not use G. G would be the 7th letter of the alphabet, and 7 is definitely purple, and G is not purple. I wonder if I knew in my brain that G was the 7th letter of the alphabet and that the purple in 7 contributed to the color of G so that it was not like maybe G would have been more red, but because I knew about Seven, and Seven was purple. Seven infiltrated G and made it more maroon, something like that. Yeah, confusing, but that's the thing. And yeah, this is true for every letter of the alphabet, every number, every individual number in the decimal system. Isn't Damien the name of the Antichrist or something? So I have a short that's coming out in a couple days that addresses this. A lot of people believe that because Damien has the D, the M, and the N in the name Demon, that they believe it's kind of like a dark name or sort of demonic name. It sounds like it could be related to demon of sorts. And what extra doesn't help, and this is what the short is based off of, is that there is a character in a horror movie called The Omen, and The Omen was also remade, and there might have been even an Omen 2, not after the remake, but after the original. And the main antagonist was named Damien. I think our brains naturally glyph words that have the same consonants, regardless of the vowels, to a certain idea or feeling. And so when you hear the word demon and then you hear the name Damien, your brain wants to say there's a familiarity there. There's a connection between those two completely irrelevant words and terms. They don't really relate to each other. And yet, my brain says maybe they do. Yeah. But I don't think there's any like scriptural connection with my name to anything. Honestly, like my family, when it came to naming me, I had one sister who was in high school and knew a guy. They were not friends, just knew a guy at her high school. And I think he was popular, maybe popular enough that this particular sister was like, I know said boy. And she was like, his name is this and spelled this way. And my parents were like, yeah, okay. We could stand behind that name. Sure. What happens if I do this? This just lowers this, but it doesn't raise it back up again. Because there's no up button. There's only a down button. Okay. Yeah, so it wasn't even like my parents wanted to name me a really boring ass name. I think it's probably, well, if I say it, it's going to be really rude to the people who have this name, so maybe I shouldn't. They wanted to name me a boring ass, a million people on the planet, a billion people on the planet have this name, so I'm probably happy that my one sister spoke up and said, hey, what if my little brother had like a different sort of name than like the vast masses on this planet? And it sounded like this. And they were like, yeah. And they didn't feel any weird implications. They weren't thinking about like, oh, what is this going to mean? Is anybody going to think differently? Or, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, neither of my parents probably saw the movie The Omen. They don't, as far as I know, they never really watched any horror films or anything like that. So I don't think they would have had pretext for, oh no, Damien's a dangerous character in this one movie. They wouldn't have known. So yeah. Biblically, Damien is the associate of the Antichrist. Revelation 13:11. Wait, what? Excuse? Is this true? I'm so curious. You said Revelation. Oh my God. I'm typing in QWERTY. How do I type in QWERTY? Revelation. What did you say? 13:11. God, where's the comma? The colon button on QWERTY again? I hate this. Revelation 13:11 of the King James. I guess King James works. States, and I beheld another beast. Coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. Just checking. I think I'm smooth cranium up there. Two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This verse introduces the second beast, often identified as the false prophet. Wait, what the fuck? Really? Who deceptively appears gentle like a lamb. Am I gentle? I feel like I'm spicy. I don't know if gentle is the right term. I'm very egalitarian and sweet and like I do my share, you do your share. Let's make sure we both feel supported and let's talk through things. I'm very like progressive when it comes to relationships, but I can be spicy. I can be like, I can joke in very dark, degenerate ways. So I don't know if I'm like a lamb. But exercises authority through deceptive, authoritarian speech like a dragon. Do dragons speak deceptively? Is that a I don't know, an old Jewish dragon story? Is that they speak in deceptions? I always thought of dragons being authoritative, like D&D dragons. They're supposed to have a presence or something. They enter the room and everybody's like awestruck or whatever, but not lying, not deceptive. So where's my name come into play? Where's KGV? My name in here? Beheld another beast, spake as a dragon, lion as a lamb, caused the earth, does great wonders. How do you know my name's in here? I don't see my name. Or is it in a different version of the Bible than KGV? KJV. Power to give life to him into the beast. I don't see my name. Where am I? Where am I? Hang on. Let me do a thing to this guy. I don't know where everybody else is. Usually mods will pop in and do this before I will. But boop. Oh, it wasn't even a mod thing. I was able to catch it before it became a mod thing. Associate of the Antichrist. How is this me? I mean, not me, but you know. Where's the Damien name? I don't see it. Well, let's see. Is the name Damien in the Bible? Is it? I feel like that's weird. Damian? I didn't ask about Damian. I said Damien. It's not a biblical name. It does not appear in the Bible. It's of Greek origin, derived from Damianos and the verb damazein, meaning to tame, subdue, or master. I mean, I do exude some Dom energy. Maybe not so much on stream, but I save that for other times. While not scriptural, it has strong Christian roots associated with saints. There's a Saint Damien, well, Damian, with an A, with two A's, I mean to say. A 4th century martyr and healer? Well, good for you. I'm not either of those. Religious significance associated with Saint Cosmas and Damian, patron saints of physicians. Oh, neat. And here's an EN, like me, Saint Damien of Molokai. Oh, where's Molokai? Wait, isn't there a Molokai on in Hawaii? Do they have a patron saint there? I was curious. Pop culture, the names is often associated with the devil due to the 1976 horror film The Omen. This is what I'm talking about. Does not have biblical resonance, but a movie resonance. Featuring the character Damien Thorn. Did I know his last name was Thorn? Her last name is not Thorn. Popular in Irish, Italian, and English-speaking contexts, of which my family was predominantly Finnish, but many of us had names that came from other cultures. Yeah, in that line in my family, I know a number of family members had names that were just not specifically Finnish. They weren't directly Finnish names, or if they were Finnish names, they were popular Finnish names that were derived from Finnish pronunciation of another culture's name, because it's hard. Finnish is a limited sound library, And so certain sounds like the TH sound, both of them, like the soft the in English and the hard th, they don't exist in Finland. So if you have those sounds, they're going to translate differently. Yeah. If you've ever heard the song, the Hawaiian Christmas song that says Merry Christmas, but you can't say Merry Christmas in Hawaiian because there's no S and there's no R and there's no, those are the big ones. Yeah, no S and no R. And Merry Christmas has S's and R's, right? So how do you change that to make it sound Hawaiian? Meli Kalikimaka. Meli Kalikimaka is not just the Hawaiian way to say Merry Christmas. It is the transliteration of saying Merry Christmas using a different bank of phonemes in a different language. Yeah, same idea. Finnish names and words, if they are contrived from other cultures, they're going to be the Finnish pronunciation. A close approximation as best as they can. Yeah. Okay. Well, until I hear evidence that the Bible has my name, I'm gonna back off from that point. So this one, as I remember, this leads to the place I don't want, the bug land. I'm not looking for bug land. I'm looking for this one. This one should lead me to, oh, how do am I stuck on terrain? This one should lead me to the last dead end we were at. This is the stone with the, oh my god, it's loud. Fucking loud. The stone with the glowing veins in it, and you have these like floating ships places. That kind of location, that's where we should be traveling to using this switcher, I think. Google failed me. I apologize for besmirching your name. That's okay. I think I agree with what my Google search said, which is that a lot of people think that my name has biblical or some sort of like heaven, hell, angel, demon ramifications because of the movie The Omen. If that movie didn't exist, people would hear the name Damien or Damian or whatever and think, oh, that's a name. That's a name I know. But you watch a movie that says this is deeper. It sounds like demon because of reasons. It can sway the zeitgeist, the underlying principle behind how people resonate with a term, a word or a concept or a feeling. Okay, so that's where I need to be, right? Need to be in here on the other side of this, which means this needs to go away, and then I need to go back into this one. So how do we do that? We take this one, which is not that one. Go. So I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to hold you accountable to that. Also, this is the channel where any of us can make mistakes along the way. If we're saying, you know, this is what I remember about this research. I read this paper once, or I remember reading this book, and the idea behind it and the story is this, and this. And then you look it up again, and it's not. That's not a failing on your part. You remembered what you remembered, and you'll have to go back and do some fact checking, and maybe the fact checking disproves what you just said. Is that okay? 100%. When you are disproved, do you act with elegance and grace and say, I don't think I was right. There's a problem with how I was addressing this, and that's okay? That would be, in a perfect world, that would be how it would go down. Oh, there is another way there to that land, and I'm trying to remember how it is, where it is. Is it back this way, or am I going to get myself lost? Oh. If you're not already watching Oz on another browser tab or something, I don't know what the right algorithmic question is. Do you watch both of us on two separate tabs? Do you need two separate windows? Do you need audio enabled in both streams? That seems kind of lame. That it's hard to understand each other. Oh, yeah. There's no way up here, is there? There's no way up into that area. I really want to get behind the water there. But I don't think it's possible. I know there's more travel nodes, but I don't remember which ones guide you where and where you have to go to get to them. I really want to get on this, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe we go to that other world first and try to find the swapper there, because I think it might be stuck. Also, if you want me to be completely derailed from following a specific game's story and solving a puzzle and just fall into deep conversation, you could do worse than choosing linguistics or religion or science of any sort. I'll admit if I don't know a specific type of science. I've mostly, the scientific side of me has mostly been focused on the human experience, because I think if we want to know about space and planets and physics, or the depths of the ocean, or how our cells work and all that, we must first master the self. We must be creatures with very small suffering, high focus, the ability to indulge and enjoy life in every modicum that we can experience, because we've taken such good care of ourselves. We've seen to our needs, and once those are met, we feel immensely generous to spend and spread what we can to the rest of the world, the rest of existence, and make things better for them. That's my theory. Anyway, my child's middle name is Cain. Oh, with a K. Is that different from the biblical Cain when you add a K? Is it like from a different culture or anything, or just like a reimagining of how to spell the name? Just curious, because sometimes a change in letters can mean it's a different name from a different country, and the origin can be vastly different. Oh, well, in my country, because it has an A here, it means lion. But in your country, because it has an E here, it means, something else. Silence or whatever. River flowing. I should have been better educated. I don't know. Is Cain really a problematic name? I wonder. All right. Is there another swapper like near, but not that one? Do you have a swapper? The guy who appears on these screens really does not want to talk to us. On one of these, this is just a bridge. We don't want to use the bridge. There's got to be another swapper near here that I'm not remembering, though. Here's the other side of the same world. So why did you choose the name Cain? What made you interested in the name Cain? Because it seems like you're understanding some things about the ramifications of that choice today. This just leads back to the beginning, though. And there aren't swappers handy here. I'm pretty sure. That way is back to the start. That way leads to where we just walked from. And this way is the first interactive puzzle experimenting with a large environment. And we already did it through this device. So there's not more to play around with here. And our friend won't talk to us, of course. Isn't there something else we can do here, though? Another point of exit? Another way through or forward or back? No. Seems like we've done everything we can here. Maybe. I don't see any power-up devices near me. Fun. Fun. We're very cautious with the kiddos and their middle names. They're both not tribute names, but like honorific to their cultural heritage on my side. But, middle names are also not something you need to share with almost anybody unless you're filling out government paperwork or something of the sort. So if you don't like your middle name or it's too much and you can't feel the way other people do with theirs, whatever, it's a middle name. Not a big deal. Where am I going? You're filling out? You're filling out. Hi, Stuart. What's good in your hood, my dude? Am I going the right way to go back? I think I am. Go this way, but then what? This feels like there needs to be something done differently here, and I'm trying to remember what the heck it is. Let's flip this with the other switch with us. What I'm trying to do is not fill out, but fill in, thin in, reduce my jowls, my cheeks, my pecs, my stomach. Everything needs less fuel. A tooth cap exploded. Can you define the word exploded at work? Stuart recently had a root canal. With root canals, you generally get like a brand new tooth mold that will sit on the post that they make out of your old tooth. They make a post out of your old tooth to hold new tooth material. Sometimes, if they don't do the right job, or if you fuck up really badly, but most patients are probably better at following instructions. If you just got a root canal and they say it's going to be a week before this root really sets, and then you go and you chew crazy content, much chew, much wow, hot fluids or something. I don't know how you mess up a root canal, but you can mess it up and the crown could pop off. The temporary crown could pop off and then you need to get it replaced. But I've never heard of anybody having issues with work on a crown leading to an explosion. How does a cap explode? Felt a pop while talking. Is it the way that you talk? Do you smack your teeth together sharply while you speak? I wonder. Or if we're just going to find something out new in the world we are teleporting to. Yes, so we did this right. The other swappers in the other world. This lets us go over here. We can call the... Oh, we're on the elevator. I thought we needed to call it, but we're on it. And then we need to go to the area that we perceived was a dead end and figure out how it is not, right? So, how do we do that? There's a place that looks like a path right there. I don't think you can get there from here. What about over on this side? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. We've been here, though. We have. Yeah, felt a pop. It broke violently. Wait, did we say this right? Or read this right? Broke violently in your mouth from the pressure. Did you like slam your jaws together? I have one chip in the back, upper molar. There's a part of my tooth that didn't used to feel the way it does today. And it was because I was studying high jump in PE. My coach was very convinced that my lankiness and my ability to jump high, strong leg muscles, he was like, I think you're going to be a vaulter. Plus, I was really, really skinny and lightweight. So he's like, you know, if you push with all of those crazy leg muscles, those gazelle legs you've got, and then you're pushing what little weight you actually have in your body, you're going to bounce over the high jump bar easily. And he showed us all how to do the traditional, what you would see in Olympics way to jump over a high jump bar. It's called the Fosbury flop. Does that sound right? That's what my brain says it should be called, according to what the coach taught us. Named after somebody. Apparently, there was a high jumper called Fosbury. I don't know. That's the rhetoric we were fed. Anyway, so that's the type of jump we should have been practicing. But he also had me train on trying to roll over so that I was like leaping and my stomach, if this is my stomach side of my body and this is my back, leaping over the bar so that my stomach was over the bar the whole time, which is not the Fosbury flop style. You like jumped and tried to roll your body over and keep your feet up. I don't know what that was called. It's like to me, it's basically like body. What was it when somebody jumps into a swimming pool, but they just not cannonball, but they fuck. Drawing a blank of the word. Body slam is not the right word, but like belly flop. Yeah, belly flop. It's like a belly flop style, but you're supposed to avoid the pole. And I was like, I fucking hate this one. And then he taught me this scissor maneuver where you jump. You're like, I can't do this, visually show you. But you're running as a person up to the high jump bar, and as you run up, instead of jumping backwards and over, you jump sideways. You come running at it sideways. Let me do it this way: running at it sideways, and then you jump and you lift one leg, so that it's going to go over the bar. If I'm showing this right, and then you're lifting the other leg so that it also goes over the bar. So you're like one leg, other leg, and I think it's like called the scissor jump or something like that, because you got this scissor maneuver with your legs as you're going over, and you're supposed to go over that way. I chipped my tooth, I kid you not, because I did the scissor jump so well, and these are not the right ways to do the high jump. The Fosbury flop or whatever, the backwards over the bar with your back to the bar the whole time. If the bar is here and you're running up, you're supposed to turn your body and jump so that your back is facing the bar the whole time, and you lift your feet at the very end so that you don't hit the bar. The flop is like the number one way. So me doing the belly flop method, the scissor method, that's just for understanding the science of the historicity of it. I don't know. Enrichment. It was useless. But when I did the scissor kick to hop over that bar, I kicked my chin, my knee, as I was here's the bar again. I run up parallel to it and I jump one leg over, and I think it's the second leg that I kicked. I kicked the second leg so high, so fast, that my knee smashed into my jaw, slammed my jaw shut, and my teeth connected with such force that I felt a shattering of part of one of my teeth, and I had a weird anomaly on one of my molars ever since, because I slammed my knee into my jaw so hard. So dumb. So Stuart says it was just super tight in the tooth, I think, and it broke itself. Oh, that really sucks. Sorry to hear, man. Are you able to get it fixed soon so it's not aggravating or causing more damage? Okay, this is absolutely a dead end, right? You can't even crawl anywhere. There's no switcher here. There's no nothing. It's just a complete dead end. Maybe one day we find a switcher in another world and it pops up here, and it leads you to this dead end. It makes there should be a reason why this bridge and this open area exists, but maybe we need to find it in the other world first, and then it brings us here, perhaps. So the area that we're looking to explore is the other side of the elevator, which is over this way. We've already solved all of these bridge puzzles, so we're able to come up here. Oh, except this one. Fuck, we didn't solve that puzzle yet. Is it on the other side, though? The puzzle looks like it's there and not here, clearly. So maybe we're not ready for this bridge to be finished yet. But we did finish this bridge. This leads to nothing. This is just informational. We can't click on any of this or use it. This was the old emitter that imprisoned anybody on this planet and wouldn't let you use the teleports at the edge of the biodome. When you get to an edge wall of the biodome, you can touch it and teleport to the other side. That's how this game works. But this emitter was blocking the teleports, and we killed it, and now we can teleport. So this, I don't know why this bridge was here except to show us that that exists and that we could do that. You get to the other side of these. I don't know if I need to mess with these longer or what. But then you get to this. There's one switcher on the other side here, and it leads to what I perceived as a dead end. We're going to use this one and take a look at the world that we teleport to again and see what we can find. I'm going to take another little break. I'm feeling uncomfortable, like I need another bio break of some sort, and I hate having to feel that way and stream games where I have to think deeply at the same time. To me, if you have biological urges that scream for your attention and you're playing a highly cerebral game at the same time, you're cooked. How do you focus on both of those together? Impossible. We'll port to the other world. Buy this one. This should take us to Arizona in the mines. Where? I don't know. I don't know how they map to each other. But we appear in the mines. We're here. We're in the mine shaft. Good stuff. And then we'll figure it out from here shortly after a break. Be back in a bit. I'm sorry if this takes a bit longer than some of my other breaks. This might be a bit of a bio break. Be back as soon as I can. Bye. Wait, can you talk to inanimate objects?
There is no reply. The palm trees whisper in the slight breeze.
Losing out on resources, like your people who are going to help you out were slowly like dying off and leaving or getting, ushered out, and that felt really panicky and bad for a game that didn't really rely on that mechanic. But this one didn't feel like there was much room for failure. I mean, we failed a few times, but you always just retried right. The shot. Confirmed Damien does not like sucking foot fingers. It's, here's the thing. I've done it. I'll be the first to admit. Live on stream, right here before you, with no shame in my voice. I've done it.
You're never going to leave the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
That's pretty good. The China interior is so different. That's cool. I can appreciate that in some regards. Can I read a document? Climatology thesis. Applied climatology for stellar body observation by Dr. A. Young. Chinese Climate Initiative, CASA. This thesis details advanced climate study techniques for application to non-Earth objects, utilizing the advanced technological strides made as part of the observation mission through the use of machine learning. Get themselves started. They don't have to be good at making social connections. They could just go out and start making money. Those people were always doing fine. We always had, fresh mining supplies, rocks and ore, and hides and meats coming through. That was never an issue. Lumberjacking was a little bit low for a while, but the other like first tier supply chain was never really a bad issue. I know you could be watching this on VOD in your own sweet time. That's okay. I say night because it is night here. And I am a night creature who is doing a night. Having a night with you. Whatever your nighttime is. Sun in the day, bright in the sky, very high up sun. Still night. Still a night with us. I know you're waiting for the book. Look in my eyes. You know I have bigger things to do than you. I mean, bigger. I mean, okay, bye. Bigger fish to fry. Oh, we don't want to fry Alan. Whoa. She just slammed that door open. Where's the cook? Cook.
My accessories. Everything a girl needed to claim victory in the battle for love.
Oh. Okay. That she just. The China interior is so different. That's cool. I can appreciate that in some regards. Can I read a document? Climatology thesis. Applied climatology for stellar body observation by Dr. A. Young. Chinese Climate Initiative, CASA. This thesis details advanced climate study techniques for application to non-Earth objects, utilizing the advanced technological strides made as part of the observation mission through the use of machine learning. We're about to start explaining.
You're my dad. Wookie.
A double whammy. They both came at the same time. Giggity. 给你们1分钟，好吧？所以我觉得，所以那些地方有多多的亭子地方有门可以开。如果你开门，然后门后面有一个厅房间或者一个人道，我真的先不喜欢了。第一的 Riven 我真的不喜欢。然后他们在这个新的办法做通秘密的地方，你开一扇门。然后你再多一个地方，你可以找，真的不喜欢，太无聊了。但是 ，and you should vote for him because he's so great. What? Did I forgot my water? Hang on, I'm gonna get my proper water because it's been a long time and I haven't had it on stream. So let's go to a BRB screen and let me properly hydrate.
Dorothy Miller, how about Cool Dentax? The paste provides exceptionally white teeth.
No, she would rather pass.
Dorothy Miller, can you hold my camera so I can pee?
Oh, went up 2 and 3.
Dorothy Miller.
Oh shit, there should have shit.
4. 7.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for... Yes!
I saw you coming and I was like, what is that?
What a wonderful way to end it all. Look at all those umbilical cords. All at once. How glorious.
I know you could be watching this on VOD in your own sweet time. That's okay. I say night because it is night here. And I am a night creature who is doing a night. Having a night with you. whatever your nighttime is. Sun in the day, bright in the sky, very high up sun. Still night. Still a night with us. Following ideas out here.
Touched my guitar, now my hand is sticky.
What were you doing with your?
Why is your guitar sticky?
I thought it was a dream. I didn't know. I only did that in dreams. I don't know what happened.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for. Yes.
I saw you coming, and I was like, "What is that?"
What a wonderful way to end it all. Look at all those umbilical cords. All at once. How glorious.
I know you could be watching this on VOD in your own sweet time. That's okay. I say night because it is night here. And I am a night creature who is doing a night. Having a night with you. Whatever your nighttime is. Sun in the day, bright in the sky, very high up sun. Still night. Still a night with us. If anybody wants it, just behind this big tall boy. Ooh.
I see no tall boy.
Oh, wide boy. Ooh. If you see a wide boy at the side of the road. And let us judge.
Double.
Oh yeah, hop right into the middle of it. Good job. Got a full-blown stagecoach. You need that clip. Honestly, those were some
there's actually people in town.
pretty good role players there, right? And then oh, I do it, but I put me on there. Right? Get on up. Get on up. Get up. Get on the stake. Like a sex mistake. Whoa, that played out really weird. Please ignore my lyrics. Uh-oh.
Fucking love you, Damien. Legend.
Yeti, how's your Russian going?
Kirby just sneezed herself off of the stream, by the way.
Sneezed?
Yeah, I almost I would kind of love a clip. Can somebody
What am I looking at?
Can somebody clip that?
Yes,
There's no
I got
audio,
it.
but the video was just like. Your mouth moves faster than my fingers. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Hero, you have to reject sweetheart. Uh-oh. That sounds like a dangerous gesture. No, it's not dangerous. It was a good thing. Hello? Abduction, please answer my call. Resume game. Thanks for your patience. I needed a good break there. My body was rejecting what we had for dinner, and if you've ever tried to stream and have your body scream certain functionality requirements, if you know, you know. There are certain jobs where it's not really a problem if you go disappear in the restroom for a while, and certain jobs where that's a problem. That can be a real problem. For me, I really didn't want to disappear for as long as I did, but here we are, back again, alive and doing the thing. I enjoy your streams, Damien, even if I screw your name up. How do you screw my name up? Do you say, do you spell it with 2 A's? That's just cheating at Scrabble. You should not ever have to repeat a letter in someone's name ever. Just kidding. That's silly and rude for anybody that happens to. If that's you, if your name has repeated letters, that's fine. I'll only mildly ridicule you. How do we get through this door? This door is decidedly barred from the other side, and though I can see very clearly, I could slip a finger, probably, or a credit card or something, through the gaping holes in this door to slide that beam out of place so I can get through to the other side. The game says no, we're not going to do it that way. So, the next question is, can we mess with this area so that we can either get down there into these what look like fake paths that couldn't possibly be actually traversable with this character, or something else? Something. Is there another way through this world and universe other than the one that we're currently in, where it feels like everything is a big old dead end? If I mess your name up, I please encourage you. Tell me I've pronounced it wrong. Let me know that I'm pronouncing everything wrong in the way that your name should be pronounced. I want to know if I say it differently than you would say it. Try to phonetically spell it out for me so that we can fix it. I don't like naming people incorrectly. I wouldn't want you to do it to me, so I wouldn't want to do it to you. Let's reread this and just double check there's nothing in here that we need right now. Gauntlet area is complex. Where's the gauntlet area? Anyways, Villain intended it. I think my chair is messing up again. No, it's fine. It's fine. It is me. It's my personal belief in my chair that is failing. The villain intended it to provide friction. The idea is to slow down any mass movement within the world. Now we've begun to have suspicions. You'll notice that they have reformed and extruded entire areas to confuse and slow down any mass attack. Your task will be to reset all the locks in the gauntlet. I don't know what that means. Before being potted, Farley. I used a shade of blue ink that is not easily visible to the Mofang. So the Villain are helping us. The Mofang are bad. And we have, oh, look, it's very subtle here. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in a certain order. How do we make that happen? Is it here that we can do this? Can we get rid of these two and just have that one here? What's the MO? What is your area of effect? The area effect of this one is quite vast, yeah? It gathers that one. It even looks like it goes through part of the bridge there. How do I do what they're asking? One, two, three, four. I think the answer is in that paper. To get us across, to get us to something different. We're here on the other side. We have all of this stuff here. Can we look at this? Do we have this as a photo? Photos. Tell me I took a photo of that piece of paper. I did. So one is the far east or whatever. 2 is, I don't know. It's east and something. Far west or the middle. I don't know. And then 3 is just the far east again. So that makes me wonder if we skip the middle one entirely and just play with the outside ones, could we get something that I'm looking for here? I feel like this is west. I don't know why I feel that. These things freak me out. I don't like that they open up with a sound when you get close to them is the problem. So you, very different mechanism. You're the far east, let's say, if we're looking north right now. In the far east, we click you once. We come back in to click the far west, maybe. We can try it. Come on. God, the loading times on this. Oh, it hurts. It hurts my brain. So we did that. Let's pop back in on this far one as our number 2 step. Just following what the paper says. Will that be impactful? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm just trying anything because it feels like I got this far only to find nothing but dead end. A door that opens from the other side. So we clicked the far west in theory. And then from here, what if we click the far east one again for shiggles? This is different. Different of mechanism, yeah? And again, only affects this one. Are we going to go to a different place if we try this? I don't know. I don't feel like we will. But maybe I'll be sorely mistaken. It is a different looking swapper. But we come in and we see what looks like the same sort of thing. So I don't know. This looks the same. Dead end little thing over here. Those look the same. That all looks the same. These weird little offshoot paths that don't really do anything except expose exposition. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're looking in sequence, it should be right, left, right. I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe both at the same time? And then the right again? So maybe we chose incorrectly. So do we do the middle? And then that one again? And then if that doesn't work, we have to toggle differently. Because this is not how we started. None of these are how we started. So I don't know if toggling between the middle and the what I consider east for heuristics purposes, if we're in the proper configuration now, or if it's going to be reverse of what we're doing right now. I don't know. We're just going to have to try it and see. That one should be left alone. We should try this one again and see if center and here are correct. This would be 4 then, I think. Or no, this would be step 3. Then 4 would be clicking something that provides 4 different things teleporting together. Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Did anything change? Is anything dramatically different from where we last were to where we are right now? I feel like nah. So then we do the middle and that one again. And we should have a different outcome, I believe. Maybe. If not, then it's not that one. It's this other one over here to the side. And the orientation is not what I imagined it would be. Yeah. If only these cut sequences could be skipped or sped up in any way. I don't have the fastest machine, but I do have a faster machine than I expect this to work. Doesn't seem to work as fast as I want, is what I mean. So, I don't see much different here now. We will try This one now by itself might change how I want. It might not. Oh my goodness, the amount of patience I have to wait and sit while all of this renders and finishes and we travel to another area. This all seems pretty familiar. I don't know that we're learning anything by doing these swaps. And yet at the same time, we have to learn something. What we need is to get past this door, which it looks like you have to get there from some other angle. But what and where? That's the real question. Okay, so if it's not these two, maybe it's these two. So we can do, let's look at the photo again, just in case. Wait, where'd you go? This one. It's 1 to 4 from right to left, already bad. And it just says right, right and left, right, and then 4 cardinal paths. That's the concept. But we need to know what right is first. So let's try you as right, just for fun. You're the character right for me for right now. Port me and we'll see. I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so lost and I hope we're doing the right thing. Right and left. I don't know how we do both unless we just do the middle. Because to switch that one and that one at the same time. Wait, hello? Wait, stop. No, that's right. Never mind. This is not different. I saw this and I thought it was the other side. It's not. This is the old side. This is the elevator that we used to get down here. Why did I think it was different for a half second? Stupid. This is still the same. Nothing's changed. So we did the right. Now we do the middle, which will change left and right. And then we'll do the right again, the one that's closest to the dead end side. Both sides are technically a dead end. But I know what I mean by that. Come on. Hurry up and render before I forget what the heck I'm trying to do here. 1 was just the one on whatever we consider right. 2 was both left and right, which requires us to use middle to make them both teleport in. And that's the door side. Yes, it is. So then we hit this one again. And we should have an option to hit a foursome. I don't know how that presents itself, but we can try it and see if it works. Oh, it's so exhausting. Click, do the thing, watch out the whole world turn to dots. This was such a cool effect the first 5 times. I wish they would make it so you could not have to interface with 10 million lightning bugs giving you all their hugs. All right, we're back in again after right, middle, right, and then we should have like a 4 square connection, which I think is going to be that middle one again. It's the only thing I can think of. It's something middle. But how do we convince the middle to help 4 nodes instead of just, or 5 nodes instead of just these 3? So it's making a cross. I don't know if this is the right thing. Or if we're even in the right orientation. Or if right now we're doing the backwards orientation of what we need. Hi. So glowy. This now has rock around it. That's exciting, I suppose. but I don't see anything instrumental external to those spheres that's up for changing, unless we can climb. I forgot that's not a climb button. That is a take pictures button. Can't I manifest somebody in this dungeon? Be like, hey, let me call you into the caves just for some advice. What would you do if I jumped down here? Would I hurt myself? Would it be okay? Left and right. Right. What does that mean? What are these connective to, if not the switchers that we're messing with right now? They don't say. And then the last one, subject 4, is massive comparatively. Why? The villain intended, I hate that their name is villain, is pronounced villain, intended to provide friction, to slow down any mass movement within the world. And now that we have begun to have suspicions, you'll notice that they have reformed and extruded entire areas to confuse and slow down any mass attack. The villain. But they're on our side, presumably. Your task will be to reset all the locks in the gauntlet. Where's the gauntlet? Are we in the gauntlet right now? Is this the gauntlet? I don't know. Before being potted. I wonder if we're even looking at the solution for this area or not. Not at all. I really wish there wasn't so much down that we have no access to. It's frustrating. We're here. There's really no way to get down to a lot of this. Even if you wanted to, how would you do it? Cannot open this door except from the other side. If we ported in from here and then got back in here and ported from the other switcher, would we see a different result? This switcher feels very pro-American. It has an outcome kind of like... Yeah, I have no idea. World police stepping in and exuding your power on this level. Is that true? I don't see any change to this area having come through from here to here. Do we pour it in? Are we changing anything with the ceiling when we do this? That's worthwhile? That's meaningful? That we can do anything with? Or nah? We do in the middle. What happens to this? How do we... Oh, you're interfaceable this way. Oh, this game is draining what little energy I had left. We did all this Atlanta cool stuff for the kids. This was today specifically. And man, I was passing out putting the tiny to bed. And now, because there is not enough quick forward movement in this game, this is different, right? That looks different. This looks different. Wait, this looks different. Wait, is this different? This is different in a bad way, though. This looks empty. Did I mess this up? So you can make it so the end of this area is non-interactive. Oh, I don't like that. This is the opposite of what will keep me awake and engaged so that I can stream a full stream without passing out. It's just an empty box canyon now with nothing. And this door doesn't change to openable, does it? Damn. We changed the state of the of this hallway. We did. But for nothing. We made the end of this hallway worse. Which super doesn't make sense. What would you need? Oh, hi. There's a shaft right up there. I think I know where we are, actually. Can't do anything with that. I don't remember all of this up there. Is there anything different here? Literally no. And the rest of this level. I'm not sure what the heck this key is supposed to designate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, right, and left. Right again. And all 4 of something. What's the gauntlet? Are we in the gauntlet? Do we change this thing to change the outcome? Can we move forward and have you be altered in some way? Kill that bridge. Does that do anything to kill the bridge? Does that help? I don't know. I don't know if destroying a bridge is good or nah. But we can try it. Maybe it does something in this world that's of benefit. Make a bridge somewhere else, like that other area where we have no bridge controls, perhaps. Oh my god, this takes forever. So here's something weird. This is the bridge we've been breaking, but in this world, it's still here. Super weird. And then over here, no change to that bridge. No change to that one. It's only the one bridge. Do we want different bridge outcomes? Where would we go? I don't know. I'm skeptical. Let's swap over everything, I guess. I'm trying to figure out, like, what... There's only 3... There are 4 swappers here. And they have different spheres of influence. Some affect each other. Some don't affect anything else. And why are they in the configuration that they are? Please. Please help. What is... So we broke that, and that's fine. We meant to. When we broke that, nothing else changed for the better or worse. That's all still the same. We do want to get to the other side of the teleport. Maybe Broken Bridge is good, actually. So if we use this one without bringing the others for support, does that help? This transition takes so long. This is the biggest punishment of this area when we're supposed to be a scientific genius. Are we? Is this character, is Mist Man or Mist Woman supposed to be some sort of ingenue, new budding master of the abduction world? Much like your Mist character when you're playing Mist. I know you're new to this world, and if you could just do this thing for me, everything will be set aright. Can we go out the back end of this? We cannot in any way. You're not into dating me, a switcher and Mist Woman, by giving me portals as clout to show how great this relationship will go in the future. Yeah, that's probably stupid. That's a problem. So we cannot descend when the bridge is broken in any way. Fixing the bridge is really one of the smartest things we can do. But it doesn't get us further than we are right now. That's the thing. It just connects here to there. But I don't know that that's necessarily great. So why would we do it? Oh, have we been in this world without the swapper? That's a question. Right? Swappers in this world. I don't know that we've done that. So we swap over using this one. These two seem locked in some sort of personal battle. Oh, my brain. My brain wants to go to sleep and dream. And I'm afraid of dream speaking on stream again. I wonder if I already have, actually, with the, like, American comment. I wonder what you could say about my subconscious learning about the way that my brain works while I'm streaming. Okay, what fixes? No. Reconnect those. What are the things I need to make this work? Is it you and you? No, that's worse. That is worse. What did we break and what do we need? I remember just messing with this until I got the answer. Please just give me the answer. Give me all of them. God. We came back to this again. Not great. Not lovely. Let's try two things and see what happens. Nothing. Those did nothing. Let's try two different ones. It gave me one more. Oh my goodness. So this is all right. Is this the last one? That was not the last one. Damn. Me and trying to beat these things with brute force, though. Is it that one? Nope. That canceled something I just did. Damn it. What about that one there? I brought that back. Now I'm missing two more. Why is it glowing? Stop glowing. You and maybe you? Damn, I took one away and brought another one back in. You and you. No! Remove two doing that. Scratch you. I don't remember. Why is this harder this time around? To bring the bridge back. Son of a bitch, really? I just need to try everything again. This. Correct me, Father. Oh no, it took away half and brought back another half. I hate this. Give me my whole bridge back. Fuck. What the fuck? This was so easy once. This was so good once upon a time. That was not it. That's one more. Fuck, just one more. One more connection. Is it this one? That's not the one. Is it this one? Literally not. Is it this one? Was that it? Is that all of them? No, this one's like only partially made. What the fuck? I didn't know you could make part of a terrain and not the other part. Do we need this to finish that. Fuck. That was not it. Take that away. What did it do? No, I have less. I have less, and I don't remember what I did. Oh, I hate this. Connect this and connect this too. That one's back again. Great. How do I finish that last one? Hang on. Break that. Break that bond. How do you break this bond? Like that. Let's take a picture of that real quick. Damn. Didn't do anything, actually. That top left connection. Bottom. Right? Fuck. It's not that. Ah, come on. Is it this? Okay, great. Is it this? Fuck. That was the opposite of what I needed. Connect. God, this interface is old and frustrating. Damn, that brought out the back one out there, but then I broke something in the middle. Fuck. Everything's working except this one now. Oh my god, thank god. I'm never touching this puzzle again. Alright. So they're connected. I can now travel to the other world. Bring the teleporter over. So that we can see what the world we're about to enter. The one with all of the trees and birds and water and the glowing stones. What it will look like if we take the dead end and remove it. We haven't been to... It's the one thing we haven't done, I think, is go to... Wait, where the fuck? Stupid WAS controls. Go to this dome with this swapper out of it. So let's move the swapper out right now. I think we're on the right path. Ugh. My brain. It's frying. Trying to think of what I've done, what I haven't, and if I'm even in the right place to advance the game further. Based on some soft hints from you all. We're going to try it out. Okay, we ported it into this world. We're here. We cannot get through there. We're going to use the swapper here. Go back to that world. And we're going to look at that dead end. Minus that swapper. Maybe it will allow us to progress forward in that world. For the longest time, I was thinking in terms of the Arizona mines, the underground that we just left right now, that we would progress forward there and not up here. But now we've taken the swapper out at the end of this. Do we find a new way forward? And the answer is, isn't this where the swapper was? Is this a different swapper? We swapped this, didn't we? So what the fuck is this swapper? It's different, right? This one's different. Right? It's bigger, and we haven't used it yet. Right? God, I'm so confused. There's too much of this thinking with portals. And the time between zoning out and zoning in takes forever. Okay. We're back in. The the weird orb is with us again. Nothing has changed here, unfortunately. I don't see another swapper here. This swapper is now here and in this world. And now I want to go back to the other world again, and see if I can see something different there. Or am I just completely stone and brained at this point? Sleep deprived to the point of I wish I was in some sort of fun altered state. Like, woo, I'm tipsy and enjoying that I can't solve puzzles because I'm so silly right now. If only it was fun to not be able to solve these. Okay, so get to the other side. We already used a swapper. You're a different swapper. You're oriented toward us. But the other swapper is not here. And we can't get past you in any way. Let's bring the other swapper back. And see if it's the preferential thing to have at the end of this. I don't know. I don't know. The diagram that was shown in that handwritten note is not helpful in any way. I could tell you that. Okay, we're in. We've removed the small sphere of rock that came in with us. This door is still very much a one-way ticket. Okay. I guess we can go explore the other world again. Your horse isn't here. Although I think I'm talking in my dreams already. Yeah, I do believe that there's a part of me that's so sleep deprived, that's so tired. I only got 3 hours last night. That I'm interweaving things that I'm dreaming about the game and things that I'm actually playing in the game right now at the same time. It's probably not the most ideal status to be in while trying to stream. 2 hours in a 5-hour stream. I don't want to quit early though. What the fuck? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Look at this. We're right. This is right? This is a new path. How did I get this? What permutation did this? That's the emitter for the shield that we tore down so we could do the teleports on the edge of the biosphere. That's the bridge we can't finish. And then over here, we were trying to get to a scenario in which we swapped where there's no emitter. But I saw 2 instances of different emitters pop up here. There's a third stance where there's 0 emitter and just rock. I'm trying to fathom that. That means we got both emitters into the other world, both swappers. I shouldn't call them emitters. And there's a third possibility where there's none. Is that really right? I'm way too tired to ken how that teleportation worked, such that we now have a clear path through this world past this room. I was trying for it, but I couldn't imagine it. And then it happened seemingly by accident. I just kept swapping until I didn't see swappers here in this dome. But how and why? Well, it incentivizes me, despite how tired I might feel right now, to keep going and see what the hell is happening after this. We're in new territory after all. I want to know. That's the edge of the world, the known world that we can enter and exit. Here's an elevator. Can I call it? Oh, that's the actual elevator itself. Okay. Let's pass it for right now and see what's on the other side, because this is different. I feel like I'm in Tron. Hello? Can we just walk right through this wall? It is not a teleport wall of any sort. We'll probably need to swap a swapper to kill the wall to walk through that area, but we can take the elevator. Loud technology. I'd figure glowing stones would be a little bit quieter. Okay, so we're up. This feels very Mist Uru, doesn't it? We're looking at a puzzle that we can solve the orientation for. How? Hi, birds. This is really nice. Very pretty area. Oh my. That rotates the whole kit and caboodle. Is Kit here with us? So that's just left and right swinging. Can we do anything else with this? Can we manipulate little side buttons, or this doesn't really look like it's hugely helpful, to be honest, because I see broken parts that I don't know how to fix. Maybe you adjust them while you're in there. I guess we can try it. Hello? We'll go down there and see. Nope. This orientation is vastly. Also, there's another path down below. Hello? What's down here? Hi, friend. It's another swapper. Oh, I hate this. These things. You're the bane of my existence. Where do you lead? What are you going to do to this puzzle? And where am I going when I go through here? Oh, my heart can't take it. My nothing, no part of me. My whole body is shutting down. The fatigue slowly setting in everywhere. At least I will say this. This is kind of interesting. I feel like I do not get so sleepy that I close my eyes and nod off while streaming, like some people. Not implicating my own wife. But I do start to talk nonsense, which is kind of funny. Okay, so we're on the underside of something here too in Arizona. And it looks like they've built a structure around the thing that we just ported into. So where are we? And does this connect up? Oh, backer rewards. I haven't seen those in a long time. Does this connect up to anything substantial? Or just frou rewards for people? Which, good for you. You spent money to get your special item in here. What does this do? Oh no, we can spin this. And then port it back in. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, we can really mess with... Hello? What's happening right now? The game's loading a new area, but I haven't used a teleporter. This has never happened before. We just we left an area and loaded a new area. Walking through nothing. An invisible boundary. Oh my god, is this the... Which door is this that we're opening right now? This is not the door that I wanted to open that leads to that puzzle. Where does this lead? Oh my goodness. This is... Oh, my heart just... I've wanted to be on this side of the river for years. 84 years we've spent on that side of the river. Looking at this side. Looking at this mine shaft. 84... I'm just kidding. We've spent so much time unable to cross this shallow, slow flow water because Mistman refuses to touch water. We found it by complete accident. Just for funsies. We got here. I don't even know if we're going to explore and find other really cool stuff on this side. If this is really going to be big exposition or useless. I'm just so happy to be here on this side of the water after being on that side of the water for so long. So, can we cross up here? We can. We're not going to mess with this. We're going to leave it in this orientation, honestly. And we're going to come down here to the far side. We've never been on this side of the river either. And there's stuff on this side that I really wanted to see for a very long time. Ever since we got to this part of the world, I really enjoy this big tree. Lots of stuff left over on that side of the coast especially. That you can see and you can't interact with it. But it's telling the story of who was here and what were they doing. And on this side, well, gosh, we haven't seen the side ever. Paints, I never saw this. Certainly didn't see the easel. This makes it way prettier than I think it actually is. Nice, well done. I hope if anybody ever paints a picture of me, that they make me prettier than him IRL. The river be flowing. There's this that I've been looking at for forever, thinking, will I ever be able to get into that mine shaft? That hole? That cave? I'm just soaking this up. I've wanted to be down here for such a long time. And I thought I will never find, or it will take forever, or maybe it's just a red herring, that this is even an area. You're supposed to see it from the other bank of the river and lust over being here, but you can't actually get here. Not ever. But now we have. We're here. We're fucking here. Okay, let's go in. Hello? This is the emitter we must have destroyed. I forget how we destroyed it, because you usually need the minecart to go by and be able to blast it. So I don't remember blasting this emitter specifically, but somebody did. Did we do it from up there? Who knows? Let's investigate deeper, shall we? It looks like a dead end. No, it's not. There's more. Hello? Oh God, is this a dead end? Did we come all this way for nothing? For what? Oh, for more lore. And a swapper. Okay. A critical swapper and maybe critical lore here. Let's see. This is Wolfang Invisible Ink. So the humans believe that the villain are their friends, despite the stupid name. And the Mofang are villains, are the bad guys. And the Mofang cannot read blue ink. So we're going to read this, and the Mofang can't, apparently. Please read thoroughly. Let's take a screenshot of that. Please read thoroughly. We must have every detail in place. Our lives and our species depend on this being executed perfectly. The locations and times in this document are based on the information leaked by Ruko and Chavar. Must be aliens. Our lives depend on the accuracy of the information we received from them. Remainers. CW remains on Earth. Trar, Aprar, and Orbrar remain on Marais. I don't know which place that is. And Arai, one Polyarch, remain on Kaptar. I don't know which alien species is what and what these planets are, but there's some other people besides CW. The one guy that we've talked to, basically Rand in this game. Prep. Day, blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. Begin chambering. End of day. Farley verifies manifest all souls chambered. Beginning of day, blah, blah, blah. We're like in 2 or 3 day increments here. Remainers in place with hands-on swap trigger. Beginning of day, same day. Ruko and Chavar arrive, question mark. Chambered by Trar. Same day. Trar on guard of chamber. Same day could vary by plus or minus 4 minutes. Trigger locations as prescribed. All location should have small error allowance. Marai has largest margin of error. Error potential. Be alert. Trigger task. Trigger reswap immediately after swap. Any delay increases the risk of detonation in a home sphere and the risk of a remainer being disabled in Wolfang. Communication. Farley. I'll ensure that all remainers, or in the case of the Kaptar, the remaining polyarch, receive and understand this document. They've got some sort of like swappy, teleporty plan that they're going to try to put into motion, or they already did, and we're seeing the aftermath. I'm so curious. What does this all mean? Let's swap and see just where the hell we get sent to from this new swap location. Because it's going to open up a whole new can of worms for us. Just when I was thinking like, 2 hours in, I'm going to fall asleep because I can't figure out what I'm doing next. And here we are, figuring out what to do next. We're back in Arizona. Oh, cursor mode. Whoops, I messed that up. How did we swap from Arizona to Arizona? Oh my. Hang on. We found something very different. Yeah. This is all the same, but we've only swapped this little orb that the swapper is in. This is a whole different planet we have never been to before. Guaranteed. Very slick. Looks wet. Looks organic of stone. It's weird. And there's a lot of like flashy bits. Oh no, and there's multiple paths. I don't like multiple path areas. Hello? Hi. What if we touch you? These monoliths. No? You're just standy uppy bits? But what explains the little red flashy parts on you? Why? Why do you flash? That makes me nervous. Where is this? This is like nothing we were researching before. Let's go around the outside of just where we ported first. Hello? Is there a back door? A secret document? A rock we can take and throw it as a weapon? Nothing? Nothing. And the soundtrack got weird too. Where are we going? This is very low engagement for the world that we're in. But it's also, the rocks are doing weird red flashy things. It makes me nervous. Like I should be doing something. I should be gathering or disarming or who knows. Hello, Steam. Hi. Oh, can we not jump down there? Is there no way down there? Oh, wait, over here? Okay. This feels like we're gunning for something. Are we approaching end game? There's a tree! We needed to link the trees, didn't we? We did not. We linked 0 trees so far, by the way. It's a big impact crater here. Yeah, we've been traveling from world to world to world with these sentient tree creatures, maybe, who are passing their seeds around and using them to teleport unwitting other alien species into their biomes, their biodomes. But we haven't been able to get to a single tree in the game. We can see them in a number of ages or whatever you want to call the different areas of this game. But seeing them and having a valid path are very different beasts here. This is so empty and dark. Let's go more toward the tree if we can. Oh my gosh, I think we might actually touch a tree. Hello, tree. We are approaching a tree. Hi, tree. We can go inside. This feels very Mist Uru down there. I just want to see outside of you for a second. Nothing much. Okay. My voice. How dare you fail me? As though I was yelling at my children to behave and follow and not get lost. Not have them keep up with the crowd the whole day today. And therefore now my voice is failing. All right, what's inside of these trees? This is the first time we've been in the root system of one of these sentient tree creatures. And it looks like they're trouble lights. That's weird. There were definitely people here before me. We also loaded a new area again. How strange. Why are there all of these installed lights that are clearly not the tree? It's got a big root system down. What the fuck is this? Do these trees have pocket dimensions in their roots? What the what? Do the trees come from a failed solar system? Because that's what I'm seeing. A sun exploding and all the planets turning into cosmic dust in orbit. Did this happen to the trees? And they're trying to rebuild a world as diverse and supportive for their roots as what they had before? That'd be clever. Don't answer me if I'm guessing right or wrong. I'm just saying out loud what I'm thinking. Lots of separate... Oh, there's a Stonehenge thing there. That's pretty weird. There's so many divergent paths, and I'm nervous to explore. Wait, what is this? It's like a fire hose, yeah? Where does this go? Here. What does this do? It's voltage. Are we wanting to give this tree power? Where does the electric come from? Because it looks like that's going to be different than what this other one's probably water. The electric line and the water line both come from the same source over there. So that might be where we need to go. Can we mess with you in any way? Can't mess with the... There's no real controls here. It's just a monitor. So what about messing with this? My heart soars. Soria connected the heart? Is that what it said? We've added water to this tree. Are we helpful? Will you spare us? We have glowy bits now. As though the tree is very, very happy with what we've done. Can we now give you electric? The electric is pretty low. Will you let us go through... Are these teleports? The wire goes through here, yeah. Right through. Okay. Where do you go? What? We're blocked? That's weird. Okay. We cannot go that way. But perhaps we can go to another world in which it provides extra sustenance and support for the tree. That feels like maybe that's Arizona because there is electric there. Can we go through one of these other portals? Also, no. So, wherever this was, if they have anything to provide the tree, we don't see it. We'll try the last of them. This feels like where the end game is. We just don't know how to... Oh, look at that. Power's coming through. I didn't do anything. I didn't do a thing. But the power's coming. It's coming through. We fixed it by going over there and coming back. So it has water, it has power. All of these locations are not transferable. We cannot use their portal system. Tara, hi and welcome. So I'm just getting here. Hi. I was over on a friend's birthday stream for a while. Happy birthday to your friend. Where are you exactly? The roots of a tree in a smooth, what looks like lava stone area. Now that we're down in the pit, it's not so much lava stone, but if we come back out of it again, which I feel like we should, because I don't see another path down here that's allowable. Oh my gosh. Yeah, now it's all glowy stones. Up here, the rock looks all like lava rock. The tree is different. It's green. Wait, hello? It's half dead, half alive, none red, but also half not here. Huh. Interesting. Uncertain how else to ask without spoilers. Yeah. Lava rock place with tree half alive now. So I imagine we have to fix said tree. Half of it looks glowy with energy. The other half of it is glowy but dead looking. So we're doing something wrong here. Even underneath the tree, we thought we were going to do stuff or port somewhere. And then that did not happen. There's another path here, though. That's only one of the two paths that we could take here. The other one is up this way. So what does this lead to? I wonder. Yeah, that's where I thought you were. Ah, yeah. All these flashing red bits of rock. They got me on high alert. Like they're going to do something to me or I don't know what. This reminds me of, for some reason, this reminds me of the end of Vanilla Guild Wars 2, which was like an underwater barnacle encrusted, lichen encrusted world that was brought up from the ocean and is now drying and still has aquatic enemies crawling all over it. That was like the end game area of the original Guild Wars 2. It was kind of cool. It does not look underwater. It's just, for some reason, it reminds me of like an unearthed. Wait, where is that? What am I looking at over there? It looks like Arizona. Because I see it. Power lines and red rock. It's also hard to see. Deliberately smoky. To mess with our perceptions. Yeah. I think it's either the Arizona that we left behind or another Arizona or another part that we couldn't see. Makes you wonder. There's nothing to touch, nothing to loot. No new lore here. Just sort of symbolism. Like a thriving tree on only half a tree. That means something, right? Means we've done half of our work to help the trees out. Those other pathways are all blocked off. You've pulled a me. This is usually the last place people unlock. Oh, did I get here like way earlier than I should have? Maybe. Maybe. I got to the other side of the river in Arizona. The place I've been wanting to get to for a long ass time. And it just naturally leads you here. Raising Arizona. What a clever name for viewed Earth from Sophia? It was too small and it disappeared. So we're looking at Earth. Did we teleport this onto Earth? So we're not looking at a biosphere of... Wait, why is Earth so foobar? It looks very post-apocalyptic. What happened? Are we looking at Earth's future? Can we stop this from happening? So many questions. Well, is this a dead end? No. We came here for this lore reveal that I don't know necessarily teaches us anything that important. And there's nothing else here. There's no other reason to be here, at least right now. Ugh, painful. I'm going to get another port back and forth to somewhere. There's no way to get over there. I think it's just there for exposition, which is fine. We're supposed to be chilled with the idea that the planet, that our planet, Earth, in whatever future this is, or however these alien races are connecting to our experiences, is going to be dismal, potentially very bad. That's usually the last unlocked door. Whoops. It's fine you did it first. It doesn't break anything. It's just unusual. Gotcha. Been there in the middle of that. This did not feel like we were unlocking what we've seen here. This does feel like a very large escalation to the lore of the story, and well beyond what I feel like we were in the middle of learning. Because what it seemed like we were just learning is that there's one alien race out of all of these races that are captured by the trees, the Mofang, that have some sort of nefarious plan. But the humans and the villains, I hate that that's called that, are collaborating to help keep the peace. They're not trying to kill or usurp or gain dominance. They're both coming together to do good, in theory. Or at least save people from wanton violence. That's the idea behind all of this. But then what? Because what we saw was just a furthering of the tree's cosmic storyline, really. And not so much related to the inter-alien conflict and how the humans are going to be clever and not fall prey to it. Do something different and better. All right, so we've seen, I guess, everything that this side of the river has to offer. It was eye-opening and crazy. And we've got water and electric going toward the center tree now. But I really don't want to mess with this orientation. But at the same time, do we need anything from that region ever again? I kind of feel like, nah. Can we mess with this after all? What happens if we mess with you? Can we turn you while we're on you? Maybe we need that. Interesting. Well, this door is now officially open. But I don't think that's the only thing that we had that we've released with this. We've been able to spin that stone, and we also haven't checked over this way yet. There's a lot of stuff to still look at. Such a theme park. This very much feels less like a Myst game and more like, what was the game Cyan made before Myst? You like, is it just called the Manhole? Where you go down like a sewer grate? Not a grate, a sewer manhole, and you're able to like have adventures. I think you can actually go up or down from the manhole, because I think there's like a Jack and the Beanstalk sort of bean pole that goes up from the manhole. And you can't die, and there's no puzzles. You just explore and meet a lot of weird creatures and have a lot of weird sub-stories. It's very juvenile, basic game functionality. But it's mostly exploration, and it can be fun even if you're older, if it's your first time ever playing a PC game sort of thing. This game feels a lot more like a walking sim, explore and find stuff and tell the narrative based on what you've seen, versus deep interaction, hard puzzles, and deep story. Another backer reward. What is this? Brosenia? No, that's a regular R. Brosener? Is that an R? Oh, Brosine? Brosine oil? Is that supposed to be a joke? I never played it, so I don't know, but they did have a game by that name. Yeah. It was cute. It was just like, you know, you walk around and you click on stuff and the game interacts with you and shows you cute animations or tells a little like joke, or you can play music, or who knows. Like every region is meant to look interesting and engage you with whimsical creatures, but it's not meant to be creepy or give you a health bar or lives or anything. You'll never die. You'll never take damage. And you'll never get stuck doing a hard puzzle. It's literally just kind of like explore the world and meet its citizens and have a fun time. So here's another door that was locked. That is now permanently unlocked. Thank you. Arizona has too many of these. Jerk. So finally, 2 doors, the same type, unlocked roughly back to back. And this is... Oh my God. Great. Good. Good. So this is the place. This is how we get back through this again. So we are able to go back to the place where we can mess with the labyrinth world that we have access to here. There's nothing up here, is there? There's some places you can climb and crawl up that do not necessarily lead to anything new or fun. Okay, so let's bring this back to the world we stole it from. We did one shift of this sub part of the puzzle. I don't know how many shifts of this sub part we need in order to get it to align. I wasn't paying attention to what this orientation looked like before we came here. It was just so overwhelming. I wasn't documenting things. I wasn't taking enough screenshots. That's my bad. I'm also exhausted. But we're back where we left off. We can come back out of here and analyze what our shift to the puzzle did overall. I think we need to go up one more level and analyze things from up above. This feels so Uru, though. So we did some shifting in the middle, and I think it messed things up worse. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Can we move these things around and make anything big? Oh my gosh, we moved the whole thing. Oh no. I get it. We have to move all of these 4 around and get it so that the one path leads to the other path. Oh, this is a lot. This is a lot. How do we do this? We need that one shifted for sure. That's the clearest, most obvious one that's broken. You should not go this way. This should shift around 90 degrees counterclockwise. It should. Otherwise, the path is insane. Or is it? If we do that. Are there two solutions to this? If we spin this way, can we make that go that way? We could. Or we spin that the other way so it connects to that. This is 1, 2, 3 spins. This is there. It's 3 spins either way. This mess is my least favorite part of the game. This is messy. I know what I have to do. It's pretty obvious what you have to do. You have to go in and swap this part. This big ring has to move so that you then orient each of the smaller rings, port to the place where you can spin them, port back here. I'm tired already just thinking about this, but I do want to do this tonight before we quit stream. Let me take a quick bio break and recenter myself and hydrate a bit so I have more of a voice, and we'll get to work. So BRB. Pull up like Audacity or whatever and do like a Windows recording. It's just gonna come out normal because nothing, everything is pitched. Audacity's gonna be pitched too high too. I wonder if somebody clips what is going on. Will my voice stay deep? Or will everything like unphase itself? Makes you deep for you. Welcome. I didn't even put on clothes. I just we're robing it tonight. Robe is clothes, so I'm clothed, but with robe. And I encourage you to do the same. Be comfy tonight. Comf it up.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Welcome. Wow. I am so in the stratosphere today. Let's draw a ween. Oh yeah. And go. Oh, didn't do it. What did these do? Absolutely nothing. Most referred to the top, I think. I think you're right too. I think left would be the right way to go anti-clockwise. Boop. Give me less rain. Oh, that was bad. It's so rainy. Oh no. The rainfall intensifies and floods rain down. I'm sorry.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for... Yes!
I saw you coming and I was like, what is that?
What a wonderful way to end it all. Look at all those umbilical cords. All at once. How glorious. Did I go New Yorker? I'm a New Yorker, ooh.
Remind me to have Gray do both his Jersey and Uwu.
Yeah. Free first aid. If anybody wants it. Just behind this big tall boy. Ooh.
I see no tall boy.
Oh, wide boy, ooh. If you see a wide boy at the side of the road.
I don't know what you do to him. I just wonder if you do. What might happen? It will.
Thanks for letting me play.
Thanks for having it. Or have you? We had. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
for being
Haley.
here.
Thanks, Haley.
Thanks.
You could break a hip. You could and may break a hip, especially if you are able to bear children. Every child you bear takes a little bit of the calcium out of your bones, and it's that much easier to break a bone from just standing to falling on the floor. All right, PSA over. That's so true, though. Hi and welcome. I'm back. Silvus, what's good, my dude? Welcome on in. It's late. I'm exhausted. We had a long yesterday? I guess so. It's 2 a.m. over here. Yeah, a long, exhausting yesterday into tonight. And I'm so ready for the deep sleep, but I want to finish this puzzle, this very Uru-like puzzle, and see what we can do to get out of here. So it does look like I want to get over there first. Then there's also a path that way, but first directly across. So let's make it happen. This actually looks oriented proper for one solution. Is that right? Let's just double check. So yeah, it's open right here, right now, to pretty far in to there, and then a big dead end. So we need to make some adjustments. We need to bring the right circle on over in, and we're gonna need to make a rotation on that. Can we do it this way? Fuck, that's the wrong. I don't know. Damn it. We'll do this right. Not you. Not you. You're oriented okay. But you, if we flip you, 180? Is that right? Doesn't seem right, does it? Will this even properly orient? Oh, I feel like it could. It has to be able to turn a certain way, and I'm not sure if it can. We got to see that turn to east. It's like in southwest orientation, and we need to see it transfer to east. And we do that by going down here and teleporting over here. Hi. Who else wishes the teleports in this game were faster than they are? I don't have the fastest machine in the world, but this is like, how old of a game? It's not that old, but it's like old enough that I feel like watching this unskippable cutscene this many times, I'm over it. 100% over it. All right, so where's your turny gizmo? You're the turny gizmo. I really don't see the top well enough, and I hate this part. It is arduous, yes. Yes, arduous is a great term. Poop. So I feel like that part feels like the longer part. This part feels like the shorter part. The longer part needed to go. Son of a bitch. How did it need to go? It was southwest and it needed to go east. So if that's southwest, then I need to see it go east. That is decidedly not east. Please tell me that's more eastward. Is that right? This feels wrong. I hate that this is a completely different world And so mathing out where this orients compared to the other world we were just in, my brain's not getting the topography right. The loading is happening much faster for you than it did for me on my PlayStation when this first came. Oh yeah, I imagine. Still arduous. Still a long delay in which I watch the world coalesce while I wonder what I'm doing with my life. Okay, this is already foobar here. So, but this isn't where we need to fix it, right? The entryway is over. Wait, no, there's the entryway. Okay, so this, it's completely wrong. It's close to being right, and it is also not right at all. It needs to be subtly, slightly off from where it is right now. So we need to see the wider part needs to move just a little bit, and the thinner part needs to move just a little bit. So if I was looking at this like the smaller, like the is opening downwards, mouth opening downwards, it needs to move. Right part goes down, left part goes up. Just a skosh. How do we make that happen? And is that possible? Or is that an impossible angle for this, and therefore the other path, as we surmised there might be a second option, a different path that you can do in this puzzle, that's the right path and this one's a red herring. Could be. Oh, we'll find out. I feel like I have a second wind. I was like, oh, so tired, and maybe I'm talking in my dreams a little bit again, and that makes me so nervous. Like the idea of sleep talking on stream, because I think it's happened a couple times, maybe even 3 times now. It gets me so nervous. All right, here's my controls. So yeah, it's open towards us. The right needs to go down just a skosh. Left needs to go up just a skosh. Just a bit. Stop. You're too far. That's doing too much. So that's definitely too far. Does this have, you rotate it enough times and it does not come back to where you last left it, but it comes back to something slightly different? That it does feel that way. Okay, right there. Stop. Ugh. Is that right? It feels like it's going over, and therefore you need to rotate it more than one full turn to get it to do the increments that you need it to. Which is, I hate that. Give me full small level control. But don't let me click in interstitials where my character can't walk through the pathway that I make. I just wanted to be able to stop in valid orientations only, and show me that I can make the puzzle work the way that I intended to. All right, let's take a look and see if I was able to do. Fuck, that is definitely not it. It returned back to the same orientation where it was broken in the first place. That makes me feel like that's not the correct. This path is impossible, perhaps. And the other path is what is possible. Fuck, that was not the right thing I wanted to do. That means that I want to bring this back and have it rotate in the other direction so that we use the other path. That this path is probably not what we want. Also, don't forget you're swapping 2 pieces. We're not swapping this piece, though, right? We're shifting it. Aren't we? Or are we swapping? If we swapped and then came back here through a different path? Fuck. Maybe you're right. There's a different piece underground here all the time. The swaps into the maze when you bring a piece here, telling you it will make your headache worse, but might make you pain, save you pain in the long run. Yeah, you're probably right. Shit. Maybe we do. Oh, fuck. I hate that these buttons don't do what I expect them to do. Left, I feel like should bring, I don't know. I guess left means push left, and right means push right. Okay, so if this doesn't feel like it's the right... Wait, the fuck? That one's what I want. That one's the one I was working on. My bad. I was working on this one, not here, but here. And I feel like this was the wrong orientation no matter what I tried. So I swap and then leave and come back here through other means, which I should be able to do. Which I hate. I hate this. The sheer amount of travel time makes solving puzzles like this so, use your word, arduous, so tedious, that there's a significant amount of travel back and forth and down the corridor and back through. And so there's now a new piece in the puzzle. This is true. We know this is the case. There's also a loading screen here. A separate load just right here that we have to sit through. Character can't move. There's a load. Okay, the load happened. You pop out. Oh, it's not here. Fuck, it's the other way then. So, let's load back in again. If we come up the stairs and then go to the right, we have this long corridor with no reason to exist to be this long. We walk through here. We do not use that swapper. I don't trust that one. We use these ones so we don't get caught and so we don't mess things up. These ones are fine to use. I do remember saying back when you were on, I think, Myst 4, that this game is a lot of walking simulator. I do remember this too. Because I remember lamenting on all the back and forth and testing the different parts of the water in Myst 4's final area with all the elementals and the water channels. And you were like, oh yeah, there's a worse walking back and forth than this when you get to abduction. I was like, oof, sounds awful. And it is. Not gonna lie, whenever I watch playthroughs of this on YouTube, I fast forward through this part because paid. Yeah. It's oh, we can't walk down there. We have to use the call. Okay. Call. Show me what we've got. Let's go up to the observation deck. All of the time sink here and the massive amount of travel and the looking at ridiculous puzzles that are actually quite easy, but because of UI and travel times and everything are quite annoying. The puzzle here, spitting little bits of a puzzle so that the areas line up. If only I had direct control from up here. They gave me levers and they did the thing. They allowed me to spin all 4 of these little subsections. I'd be happy. I'd be so happy then. Okay, so that's a straight line. So if I send this away, spin this a 360, spin this a 180, and then shift again so that piece swapped out, then I'd have a straight line there, which makes sense to connect up to that. And then I'd have a right angle so I could come up to this and use that lift. But it also looks like I need to get to there too at some point. There's 2 different Oh, and is there a reason to go over there? Nah. Maybe that's just a red herring, that bridge over there. What a time sink! Just give me the ability to control each of these circles. Ah, a waste of my life doing these. The puzzle itself is fine. Yeah, it's easy. But the amount of time involved and attention involved is awful. It's awful. So I have to swap it away, spin this, and swap it back in. Okay. I'm tired for myself already. I feel like I want to do this off stream on another night when I know I can sleep in the next morning. Let me go. Hurry up and transfer me. Just the mechanic is so frustrating. Yeah, it's the constraints on the world, right? They're not going to give you direct control over swapping out the pieces by just pressing a button. You got to do these long form loading into a new world. Now this is armed with the straight piece, and I need to get back to the overworld of that puzzle and rotate the larger rotation 180, because that's where the straight piece is going to do heavy lifting. They could have made all of this part faster. Show you a puzzle. All you got to do is stand in it. One button shift each of the rotations of the little 4 things. You can even make it so only one lever does small rotation, and then you need to rotate the big puzzle so that the small rotation lever rotates the small rotation that's right in front of you. And then the other 3 are rendered useless. You could do it that way. It's more tedious that way than giving you controls for all 4. So you can rotate all 4 of them. And then have the big rotator working on a separate lever as well. But no, they made this as obscure and time-consuming as absolutely possible. Okay, so this is back to the piece that we don't like. That over there is the one we want a straight piece to. So we're just going to click this twice. Go down and swap. And come back here. And then we're going to complain about the orientation because it's not going to be angled the way we want after the swap. And we're going to have to rotate it to make the right angle. I knew you had this in front of you too, which is why I was surprised to find you under that tree. Oh, right, because you thought I'd get to this first. And then instead I got to the lava flows world and was learning about the deeper lore of staring at Arizona for whatever reason. I just don't understand humans like Rand apparently and his brother who like looking at hot, dry, arid, deserty locations and go, yeah, there's beauty in that. There's beauty in New Mexico. New Mexico looks, I don't know, very uninviting to me. A place I would never want to live. But Georgia was not on my radar in any which way. And I'm falling in love with the place the longer I stay here. But it's changing a lot too. Even people I've met who have moved here before me and say, it had this, and this problems. I go, yeah, but does it still? Because some of that stuff's continuing to change. There are things that are continuing to improve here. What trips me out is Georgia, the state in the U.S., is one of the original 13. And I feel like it, for many, many decades, was the worst of the 13 in terms of development. It was held back by so many external factors, mostly by abuse of power. And to see it growing and flourishing now is wild, because it feels like the state is so old, it should have seen its golden age a long time ago. Okay, seems fine. It just seems like a 90-degree rotation and then done, in theory. So let's make that happen. What a waste of my time, though. Thank you for being here. Do you guys want to talk about something more salient than this stupid puzzle over and over again? There's beauty in the rocks, I guess. I don't find as much beauty in inorganic life, in the inorganic than I do the organic, personally. Their geology, their austerity, it's the climate that's so awful and arid and dead. I mean, yeah, from a scholarly standpoint, the fact that places like Arizona and the wilds and the badlands and everything that exists there, the way that it's set up, it's unique. It is very interesting. There are very few places on the planet like it, and certainly very few places on the planet that are like that then people go to inhabit. That's weird. But it's a thing, so I can appreciate that. But I personally would not want... I don't see merit to New Mexico over other states in the U.S. I'd probably live almost anywhere else, unless somebody really had a strong argument for why New Mexico rocks. I've lived in Oregon for 5 years. You're almost hitting my record. And I'm still stunned by how beautiful it is here. West of the Cascades, yeah. Even in mundane suburban areas, I would agree. It's just green and gorgeous. Yeah, I had no complaints about every single place I ever went through or to in Oregon. But I stayed west of the Cascades, and I mostly and to the coasts. I spend a lot of time in the coasts, and I really had a good time. It was really a beautiful place. I met a lot of great people. Okay, it looks like we can connect up to that area if we can just spin this so that it's counterclockwise by one rotation. So let's give that a shot. I don't know how well the culture maintained from when I was a kid till now. If it would still be, if I would feel it was as inviting and welcoming and kind as when I lived there. But just the beauty of the nature and the forests and the mountains and the beaches and everything. Again, West Oregon. I'd go back in a heartbeat. I miss home a lot. Yeah. It really was in our plans to try to find a way to go to the PNW for our next phase of our lives. And for so many reasons that I'd love to talk to you about off stream, it just didn't happen that way. Okay, we need this to be one step counterclockwise. So basically an entrance this way, but then another entrance off there to the right. Can we make that happen? Oh, shit. It's the wrong button, but maybe this will still result in the right answer with enough clicks. 3 clicks. Will we get there? They do look like just 90-degree rotations. So in theory, that one, and then swap back, and we have access to a new area that we didn't have before, which is all I want, is just to see something new with this stupid puzzle. I don't know if I'd say it's beautiful, but the raw areas of the big island in Hawaii. Oh, I've never been. I've been to 3 of the Hawaiian islands, but not the big one. It's pretty awesome. It's just black lava rocks dotted with messages in white rocks. Interesting, which is a very unique look. I could appreciate that from a slight lack of appreciation for inorganics. Self-proclaimed. Uh-oh. Did we do this wrong? Ah, fuck. Did we do this wrong? How did I do this wrong? I did this wrong, didn't I? This needs... Oh, it needs to be... We did this right, but this isn't... This can't connect up the same way that I thought it was supposed to. Fuck. That needs to be different. Somehow. It needs to be a different piece. This needs to be a different piece. It can't rotate and be the right piece. Fuck. I thought we had it. Why did I think we had it? We're so far from having it. And here in my brain, I'm like, oh yeah, we're like 1 rotation away from being able to see one of the new areas. But I think I was really, really wrong. Yeah, I do feel like some particularly like wildly different from the rest of the world areas, even if they are mostly like dead or like rocks and inorganics, can be pretty because of how rare and exotic they might look. And I could see like lots and lots of lava rock being one of those sort of vibes where it just feels so different. So incomparable to anywhere else you can find on the planet. I don't know if you know much about the countries in South Africa, but Namibia has this beautiful desert that comes right up against the coast. To have this idea that you can be as wet as the ocean and as dry as the desert and be right up against each other, where ocean is lapping the sands of the desert, but not producing enough moisture to create life. And the desert is, you know, deserty. It's such an interesting idea. I'd like to explore that at some point. Or just, I don't know, maybe watch videos on YouTube until I feel satisfied. All right, so we swapped that piece for another piece. The one that's right up against us right now. Let's take a look and see if this piece is manageable for what we need to do to get around on here. This now needs to, it looks like it should rotate clockwise once and be fine. We just have to make sure we get a 1 clockwise spin on it, which I think is a down button in the other world, and then we have to swap back to it. We cannot leave it in the other world. I also like the idea of like really cold wastelands too. Like Antarctica is not snowy like a lot of people might think it is. Like, oh, it's so cold there, it must snow all the time. It's very dry. It's like a dry, cold desert where very little precipitation happens. But I'd find that kind of interesting to want to see this like world where you have almost nothing coming down from the sky. It's just sort of this empty, desolate, freezing badland in its own right. Okay, we need clockwise once. Just once. It's clockwise. Thank goodness that's clockwise. Let's hope that is the right orientation. We come right back down here. We're not swapping it for another piece. This is the piece we need. Bring us back in. But personally, I like places that are lousy with life. Mushrooms growing off of decaying trees and fallen stumps that are growing new growth and animals on top of animals, eating other animals. Just wild craziness, like too much life on top of itself. Areas choked with life. Antarctica actually has an arid desert climate. Yes, right. Just covered in snow instead of sand. Okay, so that's connected. That's connected. That's connected. That is right. That is a good piece. We need to push this way. Yeah. That is a good piece. It just needs to rotate 1 to 180. 180 and it's good. I hate this puzzle. We do not need a new piece here. We need a 180 rotation. So we just come here, spin it, and come back in again without using the other pathway. Oh, you are draining my life force. You are lowering my life expectancy, game. When my kids say, I wish I could just have 5 more hours with you, I'm going to say, sorry, my lovelies, the progeny, my legacy on this planet. Those 5 hours I gave to Cyan Games playing their 27 what year was this released? What year was Abduction? Abduction release date 2016. Well, God, 10 years ago, a decade ago. Sorry, my lovelies. A decade-old game that I streamed 10 years later. I used those 5 years I used those 5 hours that you might want right now while I'm on my hospital bed. I gave them to Cyan. Rotating monolithic puzzles that could have taken seconds if they gave us the UI to rotate everything in one screen instead. Thanks, Cyan. You've taken this away from my children. This is the worst part of the whole game, though. Good. Once you're past it, it's over. Nice. No game you'd enjoy a lot more. Chance of Senar. Am I right? I'm just trying to guess based on your cheering of certain IP so far. Can we just walk through this right now? I didn't even look to see what this connects to yet, or like what angle we're on right now. But show me something other than what we're in right now. Hey, it's the dead end, the area I did not want to... Wait, is this the edge? We could teleport somewhere else doing this one. There are 3 different exits from this area, and I looked at this one, I was like, oh, but this one's like, if you get it wrong. Now I'm thinking, maybe it wasn't. Because we teleport through here, and now what? Now where are we? We're walking through tree roots. We're at the very edge of the world, which is beautiful out on the other side, unfortunately. Could be. This is cool. I like that. Looks like a whole shelter made out of just tree that grew funny. I'm glad we're back in mostly organic area of the same world we've been through. We've already been there. We made that bridge. We brought that rock in from Arizona. So we are now going through places that we've been before, but on different paths than we could reach. So this makes me think that the area that we're in right now, also it's so cool to see what's on the outside of the biosphere from here. That the place we're in right now might be a way to make shortcuts happen. Yeah, this looks like a shortcut to a place that we've already been. So, how do we solve for this? Let me guess. We just make all the goo touch. Oh, that opened up a gateway that we needed to open up, which looks like the right thing. What about that one? Can we mess with that one or nah? Is there any other? Oh my, I didn't know you could do that. It must have been just the one gate. There's another gate over there that's blocked though. And we can't take any of this down. So once it's made, it's made. Oh, you can. That closes that back up, but doesn't do anything to that side. So this really only is solved for that one. Really? Well, I guess it sent us here for a reason, though. Just for one gate, though? This whole...
Will you stop kissing everything?
Well, well, well. Welcome, Raiders. Hi, Gobos. Is everybody well snacked? Well supported? Great and ready for your Act 2 tonight? What up, Kennedy? Hi and welcome. Let's do a shout out for our raid. Thank you so much for the follow. Hang on, I'm typing in QWERTY. This is going to take me a second. The streamer of us. Thank you for joining my family of fledglings.
The exact expression, too.
Oh my. Beautiful.
Someone clip that.
Perfect. It's so good. It's your second account? I was wondering about the spelling. It seemed like we had already received your good graces on another account, but I couldn't be sure. Couldn't remember entirely. Okay, so that connected up to that path. Can we move that down here and then connect to another path as a result? So if we rotate, that goes down there. Now we can go left. But now how the hell do we go over that way? I wonder. Well, that's a later me problem. Let's go see what the new path that this gauntlet goes to for now. Streamer bot needed the bot account. Oh, yeah. I wonder. Now, I don't know. It might be too much not worth my while, but I suppose I could go to my bot account and go follow all my friends. Hang on, I need to sneeze. Fuck, just one. I was denied. My body feels perfect, feels best with 2 sneezes. No sneezes, and I'm sad, you know, I missed out on all sneezes, but one is like a tease. After one sneeze, my body's just like, okay, well, we could use the other, please. At any moment now. Please do the thing. Oh, I get it. So this leads to the gondola, or whatever you want to call it, the skiff. But we need to open the second gate. We got the other gate open. Thank you for the bless you. So we can hop in there, but we're going to have to figure out how to go straight on first. Ah, damn. That's really annoying because the current configuration of the labyrinth, we're going to talk to this guy again. Let's pause and listen to the story. Oh, if you are raiding in and you don't want spoilers for later game Abduction, please watch me on the red platform. This game's streams are all saved on the Myst franchise playlist, even though this is technically not a Myst game. It's just saved in that same playlist. So you can not have to watch spoilers now if you just want to watch that way. But your lurk support is always appreciated. If you need to make a sandwich, take your meds, take a shower, go to sleep.
My dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Any sort of lurk support, follows, likes, subs, the whole shebang. It's great stuff. Hey, Crims. I'm so tired. I'm going to hit the hey, what time are you streaming to? I was already starting to get pretty tired. I just want to see. We just solved this area. I just want to see what this area and the other little bit that's here that you can also solve the gauntlet for. I just want to see what's in them, and then I'm not really going to go farther than that. So I just the area that I've literally just unlocked by solving the labyrinth. And then, yeah, my voice has already got too much grit. My thoughts are already slow and sluggish. Some of my words are slurring. I'm hitting my wall pretty soon here too. Yeah. Did you take the tiny to the bathroom already? I did not. If you have the gumption and want to do so yourself, please let me know so that I don't double up on the work. If not, I will make sure that I do that as soon as I quit stream. All right, let's see if we can talk to this really whiny jerk who's been bullying us around in this world ever since we came here. I feel like he's going to appear on the screen and tell us what to do. Hi. Oh my! I don't know what that was. Hello. A capsule has. Oh, hello. What? Oh, is that what I'm going to travel in? Is that capsule up there? Is there? Will nobody speak with me? I see the fabric, the communications fabric, the blankie of comms blankie. He doesn't want to talk to us anymore. I think he's upset. We took too long. So yeah, we can't ride inside of this thing until we clear that pathway. We've been there. Yeah, this is all right where we have been trying to solve all these puzzles. We didn't get very far, in other words, in the world. I'm gonna start to ask you more often to get her to the bathroom. That's fine. Totally fine. If I'm leveraging you because I'm streaming late or because I'm tired and you want to do the same on the nights where I would otherwise not be, just to make it more equitable. Absolutely. And again, I'm just saying, if you have the bandwidth right now and want to help, that's fine. If not, I will gladly take the task as it is my task this evening. I'm just like, no. I do not mind stepping in when you really don't feel like you could. Tonight is not a night where I feel like I couldn't help her out. But if you're already awake, alert, and wanting to do it sooner than I, then I'll give you the option. There's another path this way I didn't see. A sneaky side path over here. Can we go check this out? Because if this connects us to the rest of the world. Hello? Rocks? Cool. This is pretty. I really like being in the wilds in this planet more than I do being inside of their glowy stone devices. This is it. Yep, this is what links you back around, which means could I just loop around this way instead of going back and forth between other... No, I still think you need to go back and forth between other worlds. Oh, it's another one of these stupid puzzles. It's fine. Just, I don't know, do whatever. How much of that did I solve? 3/5 of the puzzle already. Because why not? I don't even remember connecting it that way, but here we are. You're kidding me! I was just making random guesses. Random connections. Stupid. What a weird... The bridge puzzles are so dumb and brute forcey. They're just too easy. Okay. So this is the sucky part. Oh no, it's not that sucky. We don't need to change this. We don't need to change this. Now that we've made that bridge. I get it. I get it. We push this way. That leads to the controls that drop that gate. And this leads back to that bridge. And we can now backtrack. Oh, thank God. Can you imagine how many of you would be screaming at your screens if you saw me start to undo the puzzle so I could make a straight path instead? When the real answer is one rotation and backtrack. This is so much faster than undoing the puzzle. Because if I undid the puzzle, I'd need to redo it again to get it back to the configuration to come back up there to start using that tram or whatever it is. You all would be screaming at your screens. D, you're doing it wrong. It's going to take you another half hour for a 5-minute solution. This is it. This is this gate. Yeah. And how do we solve it? Brute force. That's so stupid. Why? Why? This isn't the puzzle. I did one thing. Oh, so stupid. Why did they even have those things? Imagine an alien race that made these complex touchscreens with a complex number system, taught you the number system, and you just stand up there and you do like 2 weird permutations. Say, solved it. Solved it. All right, let's ride the tram. This is going to be, tell me, well, don't tell me, but I feel like getting on this tram, on these rails, is going to feel like the Amateria celebration in Myst 3 when you solve that age. And the game is like, hey, you did a lot of stupid work to get here. Congratulations. Not that Amateria is stupid. It's the other 2 ages are dumb. Here we go. Here we go. We earned this. We earned this, you guys. Enjoy. Oh, I can move around my head a little bit. Let's just enjoy the tram ride. Could have been a music too. Go, go, go. Faster, faster. All right. It could be slow. That's fine too. At least I won't get, I don't know, seasick or something. This is like riding Ninja at Six Flags in California. The rails above your head. Oh, what's up? What's going on there? Hello? Are we entering that? We are.
You're my dad. Wookie, wookie, wookie.
Oh, she peed herself already. Damn. Do you need assistance right now? I feel like this is like my turn and my duty to take care of this. I probably should have taken a break like an hour or 2 ago and just made sure. Because she probably got herself so exhausted. She slept so deeply. Should make a big mess, I don't think. Okay. Thank goodness. The tree's not too bad. The tree is dumb. The tree doesn't have proper, like a real understanding of where your path should be. Because I think there's at least 2 places in the tree where my only ability to get further down or further up or whatever, further along the path to get to more puzzles and solve that age, was by clicking accidentally. It's basic. It's not your region that you need to click in order to move to another place is not as small as a pixel. So I won't call it a pixel hunt game per se, but it is kind of like a region hunt game, a pixel mass hunt. Because I do feel like there are areas that in my brain, using my common sense, having played Mists 1 and 2, I would not intuit clicking. Oh, and I played through Voltaic and Amateria. Voltaic, is that right? The other 2 ages before I did the tree age. So I was accustomed even to Miss 3 at that point. What constitutes a proper path, where you would click, where you would avoid, and I still got stymied. And the only way I found solution, at least once I can think of off the top of my head, is by accident. Clicking in an area that's like, well, this isn't the path. I'm just clicking the screen now because I'm frustrated. I'm just clicking. I'm mad, so I'm just taking my cursor and I'm just click, 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 click. Oh, I'm moving all of a sudden. That was enough to really set me off. And therefore, all the other parts of the tree level that I thought were pretty reasonable, I then got mad. So what was all this laser stuff and explosions and whatever was happening here? This whole area calmed down. Now there's smoke and potential devastation. And there's another gate that needs opening. So it looks like of all the missed games, I finally found some sort of action, but it just happened to end right when I got to it. Which is interesting. Most missed games, you're like forensically researching dead worlds with no people in them or hiding people at best. And here we find actual action, but it won't stay long enough for us to engage. Yeah. Well, if I continue on from here, I'm going to be up even later. I think I'm going to go and make sure that Oz has all the support that she needs, even if it's a tiny accident sometimes. Just giving the support and having more than one set of hands to help out is beneficial. This is probably a good time for me to quit. Plus, if I start to go and explore this new area, I'm not going to want to stop, honestly. So we'll come back here next Saturday. If you've been following my streams and just want to hang out with me more often, my other stream night is Friday nights. I'm on every Friday and Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Do the math if you're not in one of those time zones. On Fridays, we've been playing In Stars and Time. The game is really good. It's very heavy story. It's very feelsy. And I can't help but think it's building up towards something very deep and profound and good based on what everybody says who's played the game so far. If you're just here for Abduction, you'll see this again 1 week from today on every platform imaginable that I can stream to. If you want to see me stream to a new platform, right as Trovo ends streaming for all of us who stream on that platform, which is happening this month, I think, at some point. Help me unlock Facebook, perhaps. I have 25 followers on my page. I think my page is just facebook.com/DamienHallmade, but I'm not 100% sure. I have 25 followers and I need 100 to be able to unlock streaming benefits. Do I want to stream there? It's whatever. There's a number of you who actually still use Facebook. I'm not going to name you by name. I find it weird. But because you still love the platform, I'm considering streaming there just to see, just for the lulz, just to see how it happens. So be one of the 75 people I need to unlock streaming there. And we'll see if it's good or not. And then if you're a streamer, I can tell you, stream here or don't ever. It's awful. Or it's whatever. All right, if you're on any other platform besides the purple one, I'm saying goodnight to you now. I will see you in less than a week. Go bother me in DMs. Go find all of my socials. Like, comment, repost, save all the stuff that I craft throughout the given weeks. It means a lot. That little bit of traction helps new people find this stream, find my content, and eventually make it so that we can pay the bills doing this. If we can pay the bills doing this, you'll get a lot more of me, including more live streams every week. I'm pretty sure we'll make that happen. It's good shit. So help me turn this into a business. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody who's not on the purple stream. If you are on purple, please wait and we will raid out to somebody. But for everybody else whose stream is ending right now, if you are safe, fed, and loved, please make sure someone else out there is too. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.